Finger all up and go.
This is home of the 18-time world champion Boston
All the way
Celtics.
3, Eddie hit.
WBZ FM and HD Boston 98.5. The Sports Hub. Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
What a win for the Bruins last night in Columbus. Down 3-0 after 2 periods. They scored 3 times in the third and then beat the Blue Jackets in a shootout 4-3. Pavel Zacha scored twice, and that includes the equalizer in a 6-on-4 situation with 11 seconds left. And then Victor Arvidsson added the game winner in the final round of the shootout.
No, smaller goalie, but I tried to shoot last time and didn't work, so thinking about deking, so it worked out.
The Bruins are now 4 points ahead of the Blue Jackets for the top wild card spot in the East with 8 to go. They're back home to play Dallas tomorrow night. They have also signed Merrimack goaltender Max Lundgren to a 1-year entry-level contract for next season. A shocking move by Las Vegas yesterday. They fired head coach Bruce Cassidy and replaced him with John Tortorella. Celtics are without Jason Tatum and Derek White on the first night of a back-to-back, but they still went into Charlotte and beat the Hornets 114-99. Jason Tatum, 32 points. Green not only won their 50th game of the season, they also clinched the top 4 playoff spot in the East. They're in Atlanta tonight. Brandy and Max have the pregame at 7 and the tip-off at 7:30 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. In college basketball news, Connecticut got a 35-foot three from freshman Braylon Mullins with 0.4 seconds left. They beat Duke 73-72 to reach the Final Four for the third time in 4 years. They'll play Illinois. Also top-seeded Michigan beat Tennessee 95-62. They play Arizona next. And the Red Sox are 1-2 after losing again in Cincinnati 3-2. A Eugenio Suarez's 3-run homer in the 6th inning was the difference after the Sox had a 2-0 lead. They pitch Ranger Suarez in Houston tonight. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Deanne Van Lines. Take the chance out of your move and make the sure bet with Deanne Van Lines, an approved mover of the Department of Defense. DeanneVanLines.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 6:30.
Boston Talk Sports.
Trade Drake May.
We all know what, but we won't say what. Yeah, worst take on these airwaves in the last 24 hours.
We may not take a call today.
The Sports Hub.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toucher
You might hate me, but you're listening.
and Hardy
Don't bother me. I'm at the Pickle Palace.
on 98.5.
I know what I'm capable of.
He said something about peanut butter, right?
Yeah. Boning, baby. Make America nut again.
That's gross. That's disgusting.
Let's talk about cheese.
What are you going to have for lunch?
I was at dinner with my wife and a friend.
Kitty, kitty, pussy, kitty, kitty, kitty. Flap, flap, flap.
Shut up, I'm trying to talk to Paul.
Toucher and Hardy
Good luck trying to put your finger in it when there's a million holes.
on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Let's go.
You're lying. Holy yeah. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are Toucher and Hardy. I apologize. I'm a little under the weather. Hardy is gone, but Dan is here so I can get him sick. That's the dream.
Thank you.
That is the dream. And I was telling Dan, I believe I have gout in my right foot again.
Uh-oh. Are you limping around? How bad is it?
I'm limping around.
Yeah.
But it's at the bottom of my foot, like in the arch.
That's new.
Yeah. It's always a new...
Usually it's toe-related, not this time.
Well, no, not always.
Oh.
It's been the top, it's been the toe, it's been the knee, it's been all over. It's been the ankle. This is the first time it's the arch of the foot. Yes.
What does gout look like?
It starts with a pain and then it turns into a red swelling.
So you see it? You can see
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we've seen it. We got a good look at it
when
one
it
day.
gets bad. You can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
But you never know that it's gout right away because I always think, oh, maybe I hurt myself doing something. But then I'm like, well, you've thought this now 20 times, and then 20 times it was gout. So there you go. Who's this lady on WBZ?
Penny Commit.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. She's an attractive woman, Danny.
Should I ask you if you like her?
Yeah, ask her if she likes me. ask her if she likes me.
Pass her a note in French class, maybe.
You like bread?
Yeah. Go, you know what I was doing today? And she'll go, what? And go, I was doing a morning show.
Yeah.
And she'll go, what's a morning show? And you'll go, no, on the radio.
Right.
And she'll go, oh, okay, so what?
With whom?
And you'll go, you ever hear Fred Toucher?
And she'll be like, yeah.
No. And she'll be like, no. And then you go, oh, well, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you a story about Freddie T.
Let me tell you about him. Mm-hmm. He is mean to me. But you know what I did is I went to that Frady's Foundation thing.
How'd that go?
It was very good. They had a very big crowd. It was at it was on it was at Warrior. It was at Warrior Arena. Bergeron, Chara, McQuaid, Rask, they all played.
What was your role in this?
I stood on the other bench. I stood there. I had
coaching
a list,
in quotation marks.
Yeah, I had a list of the lines.
Uh-huh.
But I did not do anything. I just stood there.
I've stood on that bench at practice and stuff, and I like to put my foot on the thing and just kind of direct. And I go over to the different photographers and I say, "Hey, Glassy, I need you. I got to get a good shift out of you this time." And then go, 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 go. You didn't do any of that stuff?
Where there's no photographers on the bench.
But still, did you have people on the bench? Players?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why didn't you talk to them?
I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what was going on.
Listen, I need more out of you. Those kind of things.
Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know how they made the decision of who was going on the ice and who was coming off the ice.
Who was on that team? Who was on your team?
There was one guy that had played in the NHL, but the rest were, I guess, just like regular guys. I think they all had like a lot of hockey experience, but they weren't NHL players. There was one guy though that was an NHL player. He scored the goal on a penalty shot.
Ooh.
For the team that I was quote unquote coaching.
Does Tuukka play goal in that or no?
No, he plays forward.
Yeah.
But then they said he was playing forward, but it looked like he was playing defense. But the main coach of the team that I was coaching was Pete Frady's dad. So I got to talk to him.
He's a good man.
Yeah, I talked to him for like an hour. Because, he didn't have much, honestly, he didn't have much to do during the game either. Like, he was
So
kind of a figurehead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we talked. Because his son obviously played at BC, played baseball, and is from around here. And my son, is playing prep baseball. So we talked about that and this and that, and how Pete was a big fan of the show and used to call in. And then we were calling when before the Ice Bucket Challenge, when the Pete Frady's events had Pete Frady's there, and they would be at like Game On. I remember like me and Portnoy did one before Barstool was big. And and then now Portnoy is, worth $500 million. And, I'm still doing local radio. So it's
Don't sell yourself short, Freddie. You had a good career. You've had a great career.
Thank you, Danny.
Be proud of yourself. You've had to overcome obstacles along the way. You've done it. You're a good example for people out there.
Thank you, Dan. But it's a good event. Ray Bork was there. There was, what is it? If you count Bergeron as a Hall of Famer, they had 4 Hall of Famers on the Bruins team.
Really? Can we guess them?
Bork, Bergeron,
Chara. One more.
Bork, Bergeron, Chara. And I think there was one more. I don't know. I just remember thinking that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's what I was to believe.
Was there anybody on your team that took it a little too seriously? Threw a body check he shouldn't have?
No.
Okay.
No.
That happens in games like that sometimes.
Nah. See, the thing about the Bruins players is that, like, Bergeron scored in it, and they're going like a quarter speed.
Right.
Like the guy from the NHL that played in the NHL that was on my team, looked good, but he was skating fast. Like Bergeron and Chara, they would be going like I would imagine what is a quarter speed.
Yeah,
and they just no one could get the puck from them because of just whatever they do. It was weird watching a game like that because I've seen college hockey in person and I've seen NHL, but I've really only seen little glimpses of like high school hockey. So I've never seen like a huge talent discrepancy of the ice. We talked about how in the women's gold medal game, like people were like losing edges and stuff like that. that you don't see in the NHL. But even when they're not moving fast, they just have like some innate ability to keep the puck away from people. Like there was no getting the puck away from them. Mm-hmm. So like Chara could stand there, and not because of his size, like just kind of stand in open ice and slowly sit there, and like people would be, stabbing at the puck, and he would just be keeping it away from them without really looking like he was trying much.
Right.
It goes to show you just how great those guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it's not like anyone took a slap shot or anything like that.
That's the thing. I mean, Chara gets the puck at the point with a lane to the net. I would think he doesn't want to hurt anybody.
Everyone get out of the way.
I mean, be like the Mighty Ducks with the seas part. I don't know if you're Chara, what you tell yourself you can and can't do, because there has to be, even though you're having fun, one or two times where that old habit just clicks in, and it can be a very scary moment for the people who are playing against them.
Well, I told you the time that I first went to a Bruins practice when they were out in, where was it? Wilmington. And I was with Haggerty, and I just saw Haggerty there, and we were standing around the boards, and all of a sudden it sounded like a bomb went off. And what happened is Chara saw us standing next to the boards, and then from about 10 feet away just ripped a slap shot right at the boards.
Yep.
Just to make as much noise as possible. And, oh, holy moly.
And there were no annoying, like, there's usually one annoying guy who just tries to get, like, the player going. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like, show us how good you are. Come on, you weren't that great. That usually happens in those, more so in pickup games when you're playing, like, and when a star player plays in a pickup game, where they just get a few. Tito used to talk all the time about Michael Jordan when he was playing for him in the minor leagues. He said they would play basketball all the time, and he said once in a while there'd be that guy. You know what I mean? Come on, you just show me how good you are. And he said Jordan would laugh and everything else. And he said one time we were at this court, and he said I saw you could see his eyes light up, you could see the steam coming out of his ears, and he said he just put on a clinic to show just how great of a basketball player it was. Seriously, it was awesome to watch.
No one was doing that. I think the guys on this team were trying, but, they were getting tired and stuff. Like, and the goaltender for the team was good. He only allowed 4 goals, so I think it was 4-1.
How long did the event go?
It was a running clock for 25 minutes, but then since there was the 5 o'clock game for the Bruins, and, those guys do whatever the hell they do for the Bruins, they have those like weird jobs.
Brand ambassadors, shake hands in the suites type of thing.
Yeah, they
had to go.
I think so, because then the second half was only 15 minutes of a running clock, but there was like a lot of stuff beforehand. They did both national anthems. Like bagpipers came out and did the Canadian national anthem. Like there was. People with ALS that talked, like there's, it's a charity event, so people talked, but it was packed. I mean, Warrior Arena it was packed. So, I mean, they got a good thing.
That's awesome. They raised a lot of money.
I think they raised $100,000.
Wow.
For that thing. So, it was a good event.
And it's amazing how something like that would happen to Pete. It goes way beyond just him, in the life that he led. I still think he should have a Presidential Medal of Freedom. He should be given that for the Ice Bucket Challenge and all the money that he's helped raise for ALS. But it stays with the family forever. That's kind of what they're linked to. And you talk about this with the dad, Fred, is that's what they're linked to for the rest of their lives. It never goes away. And they use it in a positive way to help others and create funds and what have you. I know I called Andrew to help out my nephew who was trying to help someone with ALS, and he was on it right away. Let me get you this organization. This organization will try to get them funds. We'll try to do this and try to do that. Like, it's their passion, and they just don't continue it after Pete. While Pete was here, but after Pete and his legacy and everything else with that family too. So what an amazing, amazing group of people.
Yeah. It's a great charity. It's a great local charity. But we've talked about ALS. Now it's time to get back to the big problem. Carrie, hello.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's everybody doing this morning?
Hello, Carrie.
Hey, so, Freddie, but I feel your pain with the gout. I get gout in my right big toe. It's very painful.
Yeah, I get it everywhere. My gout just says, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll just have it everywhere, and I have a cold that won't go away. So but I came in Carrie. I came in despite these problems, which makes me very tough.
It does. It does. Because, I hear you. Gout is extremely painful. And how about the cherry juice? Do you have a prescription for it?
A prescription for cherry juice?
Well, I'm sorry, not for the cherry juice. Yeah, no. But it starts with a G.
Colchicine.
What?
Colchicine.
Well, there's something that starts with a G. I can't remember. My doctor gives me something. I think it starts with a G, though.
Well, colchicine is what I take. And that's what gets rid of it.
Kerry always calls in when you have this discussion, and he always suggests cherry juice.
Right.
That's count on Kerry.
Seriously, it's always cherry juice with him.
I like when Kerry calls in because he sounds a little like Crash.
Let's all love this horse.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know?
It's true.
Surprisingly, cherry juice doesn't do anything.
Oh.
I don't know if...
Have you squirted it on?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I put it on everything. I mean, I bathe in it. Danielle Muir, the first time I had gout, because I didn't start getting it. It sucks too because I weigh 40 pounds less than I used to weigh. But when I first started getting gout, she brought in cherry juice for me, and she was like, "Drink cherry juice." So I was like, "Okay." First of all, cherry juice has got 5 million calories in it.
Yes.
And so I drank cherry juice, and of course it didn't do anything because you need medicine. When something is bothering you, generally medicine.
Yeah. I mean, some juices, like cranberry juice, is good for UTIs, right?
That's I mean, you're always getting them because of your sexual activity.
If anyone would know, Danny.
All right, you two.
You got to tell the ladies when you're done, you got to go take pee so you don't get a UTI.
All right. Not bringing me down today. What a great...
Bringing you down? Where did you think we would go after you brought that up?
What is it? Wait,
seriously.
I didn't even mean that as anything.
Well, first
girls
of all,
have to
get
take
me sick today. You're dead.
Yeah, well, that I understand. No, women should urinate after intercourse because it helps not to stave off UTI.
Okay.
You didn't know that? Well, someone might want to sit down and talk to a lady about something other than sports.
Like I did with my son. Dad, where do babies come from? You see that door in the left field green monster when they open it? They come out of there.
Yeah, because he would never figure it out on his own. So best keep that information
Yes,
from him.
Fred. Did you ever have the talk with your dad?
With my dad?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine I ever had any talk with my dad about anything.
I didn't have that
Did you
talk
have it
with
with the
my
kids?
father either. It's at a certain
didn't either.
age where you
That's a
just
myth.
didn't do that.
Yes.
I don't know. My dad's in his 80s, so, like your dad, so I'm thinking it's more a sign of the times. You grew up as a baby boomer. You're like, no, not even a baby boomer, whatever the generation before that was. And you didn't talk about stuff like that.
No, I always felt bad as a dad, too, because I'm like, am I supposed to have a talk with my son?
The only time my dad and I really talked was I had gotten very sick. There was a time like my sophomore year that I had gotten very, very sick. And I had to be in the house. I had an intestinal growth that was terrible, and they didn't know what it was, and it was awful. And a bunch of stuff happened when I had it, bad stuff. And then I was assaulted, a bunch of stuff. And then I had basically no immune system, so I got mono, and then I got chicken pox, right in a row.
That happened to me back to back in my early 20s.
Yeah,
seriously.
And so I was basically a basket case at the end of it. And my dad was taking me to a Michigan State football game, which he never. Maybe he thought that would be a good thing for me, and I completely had a panic attack. I just had a panic attack, and we drove around, and he talked to me that day. But that's the one time I can remember him talking to me, which was very nice of him. But I remember that's the only day I remember him. Talking to me really about anything, quite frankly.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, I mean, I don't imagine your dad sat there and had a million discussions with you about how you felt.
No, it was everything in my house, believe it or not. Guess what it was about, Fred?
Sports.
Yeah. That's all we talked about. Forever.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, my dad coached Little League and stuff for a while, but and wouldn't let me see the rankings of the players before the draft. He was the one coach that wouldn't let me see it.
Did you find out where you were ranked?
Never, because my dad hit him, and just when I would ask him, and then I would talk to my friends whose dad coaches, and of course my dad let me see the rankings.
Where do you think you were ranked?
Probably in the depending on how old I was for the league, in the top 25% or then probably top 15 or top 10%.
Wow.
Well, no, but just depending on how old I was for the league.
Yeah, still.
Well, I definitely wasn't in the top 10 players. I mean, that would be. I mean, this is the North Farmington West Bloomfield League. It wasn't. It wasn't the most high competitive organization.
Some franchise type players coming out of there.
There was a kid that went to North Farmington that got drafted.
Yeah, Billy Bono, right?
I don't know.
If you got that right, that's impressive.
Wow. How do you spell it?
Bonneau. His parents are from Canada. Lefty. Crafty.
Aren't they all?
Well, they didn't draft a crafty lefty out of high school.
Red Sox have one of those.
Yes.
Pitching tonight.
Yeah. Ranger Suarez.
Billy Bono? Did you make that up?
Yes, absolutely.
Good for you, Danny.
Why not?
Yeah.
I thought you might have known. So did John.
I did. I got taken. I completely taken in by that.
Yeah. Sterling Sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Sterling Sharp, born in 95. He's 20 years younger than me. He was selected in the 30th round of the 2013 MLB draft out of North Farmington High School. He elected not to sign it, instead honoring his commitment to Eastern Michigan. 3 years later, he was drafted by the Washington Nationals in the 22nd round. Isn't it funny that he went to Eastern Michigan and he was drafted?
Yeah.
And then he played
they'll find you.
Nah, he didn't play in the major leagues. All right. Very good. He righty, though.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't play in the major leagues. That's interesting that he was that good and that he went to Eastern. Baseball's weird that way.
Yes.
Like, you get a lot of kids from mid-majors and junior colleges getting drafted and playing in the major.
They'll find you.
Yeah, at a certain point, yeah. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. A ton happened yesterday. That's not a sarcastic statement.
It was awesome.
Oh, you had one of the great college basketball games that's better than the Leitner shot because, and I can explain to you why if you don't agree. Same round, and but more had to happen for this to go down.
Yes.
So and it was a harder shot. So a way harder shot. You don't even think about it.
Not arguing. The Leitner shot was from the foul line.
Yeah, this is from the logo, and he probably the same amount of time to shoot.
Leitner had, when he got the ball, he had time to dribble a couple of times to position himself.
I think he had one dribble and then the turnaround.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's singing the CBS theme song to the tournament.
Oh, yeah, because he works at WBZ.
How about that Friday night? We talked about it on the air Friday. Back-to-back great games, and they were toe-to-toe, tough, everything you want in
that
the game.
UConn-Michigan State game wasn't
That
so
was
great.
good, Fred. It was good. It's just because they didn't win. Get over it. You don't win every time you play. You don't win. You can't.
I stopped watching.
Part of the game.
4 minutes
You're
left.
such a bandwagon hopper.
That is true. I was. No one could ride a hotter team than Michigan State. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Hey, we are Toucher and Hardy. Danny Roche is in here. What Happened Last Night's brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game of what happened. So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lopresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR.
That was incredible, wasn't it, yesterday?
Yes.
Watching the Bruins,
Tons
the Celtics,
going on.
and the NCAA tournament games was awesome.
A lot going on. And what's funny is, the Michigan game was a joke, and that was the first game. And then Duke UConn looked to be a joke. And so I was like, oh, it sucks that both these games were no good. And then you go, oh.
I know, right?
Oh,
things worked out pretty
classic.
well. Final two spots in the NCAA tournament's Final Four filled yesterday. The best matchup, as you said, Fred, in Washington, D.C. Top-seeded Duke played Connecticut, and as you alluded to, Duke sprinted out to a 19-point lead early.
Cam Boozer comes back near side to his brother Caden. Caden Boozer on a pick and roll to Cam, jams it home. You can't draw it any better than that on the left side of the floor.
You can't. You can't draw it any better.
You jam-a-rama that thing. It's a little razzle-dazzle, a little jam.
Cam Boozer, 27 points in this game, and Duke looked like they were going to run away with it, but UConn didn't go away, and thanks to 26 points from Terrace Reed and a clutch three from Alex Caraban with a little over a minute to go, they cut that 19-point deficit all the way down to 1, but Boozer made a couple of big shots in the lane at the other end, and this game came down to one play.
So what happened is, I'm finding it here. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Is they gave Jesus? There's a lot that you got to scroll through. I got to find it. Give me 1 second because I want to get into more of a detail of what happened. I'm there. I'm almost there. I'm at a minute and 30 left.
Boozer was dominant, and then he made a couple of big, tough, contested shots in the lane.
So it's it is 72-69.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the three-pointer was by that Alex Caravan.
Yep.
So it's 70-69 Duke.
Yep.
Other end, Boozer drives down, pull up, one-handed, 9-foot shot. It doesn't look like it's a good shot.
But it goes in.
But it goes in.
Yep.
So then UConn calls a timeout. So Duke then fouls with 10 seconds left. They foul Boozer because they're up 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kid misses the first free throw. Then kid makes the second free throw. And then you're going to play what happens. So now it's 70-72.
Yep.
Duke, there's 10 seconds left in the game.
Duke is up 2.
And here's how it sounded.
No, Duke. Well, think about what you do. So Duke's up 2. They're inbounding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to get in. It can be hard to inbound the ball against UConn. But so UConn's looking for a steal, and then what UConn you would think is going, okay, we're going to foul the worst free throw shooter on the floor. So here's what happened.
Get it into Boozer, back for Sarr, ahead, Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds, Mullins tosses it up. It's good! With .3, UConn goes in front.
That is our good buddy Iron Eagle on CBS. A horrendous Caden Boozer turnover.
Okay, so the reason I wanted to give you this scenario is because you inbound it. At that point, you've won.
Mm-hmm.
You've inbounded the ball. You're up. You're up 2 points.
Just hold the basketball.
I have the ball. I am now going to hold it and wait for you to foul me. Then I will be at the line, and I hopefully don't miss 2 shots. But say I only miss 1, then I'm at least up by 3, and you can't win the game. So they inbound the ball. There's a pass to Cameron Boozer, who then passes it to his brother.
Yep.
And then his brother, inexplicably, who I have to imagine is a good free throw shooter because he's a guard, inexplicably, and I see what he's doing. There's 2 guys on Duke that are alone on the other side of the court. But that basket at that point means nothing. So you hold the ball. Like, even I knew that.
In real time. And by the way, Caden Boozer, 81% from the line for the season.
Yeah, so he's making one.
So when he's about to make that pass, how much time is left? Do you remember? It's like 7?
Yes. So the turnover was with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, so even if he took that ball and threw it as high as he could down towards the other end of the court.
No, you don't.
You hold it.
You don't release the basketball at all.
Well, there was already too many passes.
Yes.
Right.
What they should have done is inbounded the ball and held it. That's what they should have done. And then struggled around. And they're not calling a jump ball there. Like they're gonna, if there's 2 guys on you, they're whacking away at you. They got to foul you. So you hold on to the ball, and then all right, you get nervous and you throw the ball to Cameron Boozer. Now Cameron Boozer, you're the player of the year. Hold the ball, because by the time that happens, there's 8 seconds left in the game. So you hold the ball. It's going to take him 2 seconds to foul you. 6 seconds. You make both free throws, the game's over.
Cameron Boozer, by the way, 79% from the line for the season.
So you're making at least one.
Yep.
So you make one, then they got the ball, and very little time. But the best they can do is tie it. Just stupid, really dumb.
Well, you saw what happened last year to Duke too. A massive choke in the Final Four to Houston, if you remember correctly. I think Duke had a 13-point lead in the final 5 minutes. Houston just started pressing them. They couldn't get the ball in bounds, and they lost. This is back-to-back years under this head coach that they've choked like this. I mean, at once is okay. It happens. Second, it's a pattern. This is not good. Not good. Duke is loaded with talent, and they never made the national championship game. They had Cooper Flagg on that team last year and didn't make the championship game. This guy, Cameron Boozer, is going to be a top 3 pick. And they didn't make the Final Four this year because of, I don't know what it is, the lack of coaching.
I think it's also the lack of playing together, right?
There are a lot of teams out there that import their starting 5 year after year after year and don't have this problem. I mean, all I'm saying is the lack of the ability of this program to come through in the clutch is startling.
And I think that's the one difference. I like John Shire. He seems like a good coach and everything. But the one thing you notice with Hurley is, and everyone talks about the anger and all that stuff, but if you go back and watch that game, when they're coming out, even out of a timeout, he's sitting there talking, specifically saying, if this happens, this, and this, watch for this, do this. You could see them all coaching these guys up, reminding them constantly, this has to happen. And I thought one of the underrated things in that whole play was Caravan not taking that shot. He could have taken that 3, but he just quickly dished it to Mullins, and Mullins put in the shot of his life. I mean, that was a little subtle thing that Caravan did that I thought was perfectly executed.
And by the way, Dan,
shot.
I mean, Mullins is a freshman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he hasn't been around forever. So, I mean, the kid that made the shot is the freshman for UConn.
Yes. Braden Mullins, yes.
Mr. Basketball in Indiana, if you didn't know.
Yes.
Dan Hurley told him, we'll get home for you if you come to UConn. We'll bring you home. And that's where they're going, Indianapolis, to play in the Final Four.
What if he didn't deliver on that promise? I wonder if the Mullins kid
transfer.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Now that was so. We were talking about this last night. Our newsroom erupted. As you'd expect when that shot hit. It was one of those great moments. How many of those was that? What's one of the greatest shots in tournament history? Right. You mentioned Leitner, Fred. Right.
Well, it's not as going to ever be as iconic as Leitner's shot. Remember that Kentucky team was not very good. You have to remember they had Jamal Mashburn, and it was not good. Other than that, that was like supposed to be a Rick Pitino like genius coaching job. That was Kentucky coming off like the penalties and everything that they had. That was not a loaded team, and the only reason I'm so sure of that is they've been talking a lot about it this week. So, because did Kentucky play Duke recently? I don't know. So anyway, this is better though, because Duke had a 2-point lead, was inbounding the ball with 10 seconds left. There had to be a turnover, and the shot was from way farther away.
I'm trying to think of iconic shots in the tournament.
Kid Drew,
Bryce Drew, Valpo.
Yeah,
but that was earlier. That was earlier in the tournament. Yeah, Scotty
Chris Jenkins was the one for Villanova.
My son, buzzer to win the championship
at Villanova, and we were watching that game on the phone together as it unfolded.
That's one that's come up this morning when I was listening to the radio.
There was actually one at TD Garden in the Scotty
Jordan.
Reynolds coast to coast.
Well,
Jordan obviously, right?
Jordan in the national championship game. Yeah, there's look. There's bigger shots, but just compare it to the Leitner shot. This was a better, more exciting set of circumstances, a more unlikely set of circumstances.
I would agree.
Is because, now if Duke would have, with 0.3 seconds, gotten the ball in and gotten the ball up, now that trumps everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that Kentucky game, was that the first round where the kid from Kentucky made the runner from half court?
I think that was the second round.
That was at the second round. There was a runner from half court after a crazy shot. Yeah.
Yes.
So that was Santa Clara or something they were playing.
Yes, it was. So
kid from Santa Clara. Just say it's Santa Clara.
Okay. Yeah.
Santa Clara kid makes the 3-pointer with no time left. Kentucky gets the ball and the kid shoots it from half court and it banks off and goes in.
Yeah, that was the first round. I want to say.
Was it?
I think it's the first round. 7-10. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, Kentucky wasn't in the Sweet 16. Who cares? We're getting bogged down with information we don't know.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I mean, it's the tournament's great. Now, the Final Four I have no interest in.
UConn plays Illinois in the early game, and then Michigan blew out Tennessee 95-62. Michigan plays Arizona in the late game on Saturday. That's going to be a really good game. Those two teams are rolling. They're both really good.
Yeah, those are the two best teams in the tournament. And then Illinois is good. And UConn's okay, and Illinois and UConn are good, but they're not as good as Arizona or Michigan. I just don't care anymore.
Why?
Because there's no Cinderella and no team I care about, and no team
basketball.
I hate.
It's still fun.
Okay, but I don't necessarily need to watch it. It's on Saturday night.
Danny Hurley's a good villain for people.
I don't know. When I found out he was on the text chain with Izzo, I don't hate him anymore.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, and if he can get kids
for the rest of the country, he's a good villain.
Red likes him now.
I also kind of feel sorry for the guy. I mean, that father of theirs doesn't seem. Look, what do I know about the father? But that seemed like not the greatest house to grow up in.
Bobby screams more than Danny does. I had told you guys this on Friday. I saw Bobby when he was an assistant for Danny at Wagner, and they'd come to Bryant and play, and watching the two of them over on the bench, the two of them were this close to a heart attack for the entire game. Bobby screams a lot more than Danny does. It's not even close. He's worse. It's really something to watch.
And sometimes in sports, you praise people for never being able to get over a loss, but that's a terrible way to live. It's a horrible, when you can't get over something. I mean, that's
them.
But bad things happen in life all the time to everyone. And the ability to deal with suffering and move on is kind of the secret. It can be very difficult to do, but sometimes we glamorize these coaches that are. I mean, I don't think Bobby Knight had such a great life. I mean, Bobby Knight seems like he was just miserable all the time,
walking around the house and everything.
And Danny Hurley is obviously not Bobby Knight, or no one would play for him. He wouldn't be able to get anyone to play for him. I mean, he's
but the dad though. I'm watching the dad at the end of the Michigan State game, and the mom is rubbing his back, and he just looked harumph. You know what I mean? He didn't seem happy. He's just wow, make this play. You know, just nothing's right for him. I was like, dang. Come on, buddy. Smile.
Well, he was certainly happy after yesterday's game.
Well, how could you not be, Fred? That was once in a
Well, it wasn't like he was pouting after that game. He was running around. He came out for the celebration in a towel. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he came out for the celebration in a towel. He took his clothes off because he didn't want to get his suit wet. The kids seem to like him.
Yeah.
And then Monday,
but there's people that say Izzo's an a-hole, which I can't figure out at all.
Yeah,
I mean, he gets kids that could be first-round picks sometimes to stay. So I mean, he is. I
just think that there's a certain group of players that can take hard coaching, and those that can. And Izzo is gonna ride you, but when you're done playing for him, you're as loyal and as thankful as you're gonna get.
But he doesn't. see, I watch a lot of Michigan State basketball. Like Jeremy Fears, like he would be. Like Fears was like a problem, way overblown, but like a bit of a problem with his technicals and everything and the way he was behaving. And, you know, Izzo after a game was like, I got to get him into control. I might bench him. And then Fears was fine the rest of the time. And then you would see even in the UConn game, Fears in Izzo like talking and with like Fears with his arm around him, like while during free throws, like it's obviously the kid loves him. Yeah, Izzo doesn't seem. I don't like that he gets lumped in with like a Bobby Knighty type guy, and that he yells too much. Like he's yelling, like during the game. I don't. What are you supposed to do? Go, like no one will hear you.
I know.
The guy cries all the time. He's all like happy and like moved.
I'll be crying a week from tonight. You. Every time they play it. I can already hear it now.
Oh, one shining moment.
I thought
one shining moment. That's his thing.
Just gets me going. I cry. I can't get through it without crying.
I thought it was every rose has its thorn by poison.
Listen to that in the way in today.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. You lost some love. All right, look, the Bruins with a miraculous comeback.
We're just getting started here on Toucher and Rich today. Oh, sorry, Toucher and Hardy. Oh, fine. That's a fine. I'll put $1 in. Sorry.
Hardy, the disrespect. I hope you're still not. I hope at 3:45 in the morning.
You are all over the place.
I meant to say Toucher and Roach.
He's gonna have to apologize for this all morning.
I pleaded.
Well,
with
you didn't
Fred.
say it. That would have been better. All right, Rick. Change the schedule. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Bruins went down.
Hey, we are Toucher and Hardy. The Boston Bruins played as they are locked into a very tight playoff race. They're in the East, and they were playing Columbus, who is a team that is right on their heels. And John, they played terribly in the first period. They were down 3-0.
Well, yeah, let's get to that. I mean, they came out flat second night of a back-to-back against a team that's right behind them in the standings. And frankly, first period they couldn't look worse.
Puck comes deflecting in behind Jeremy Swayman from the trapezoid. He sent it to the far corner. Peak fanned on a clearing attempt, and a shot scores. The shot by Zamula from the blue line, deflected in front, gets through Swayman, and it's 2-0. It's going to be Mason Marchman who gets the goal.
I always forget whenever you go to Columbus, they fire the cannon after the home team scores a goal. It startles the hell out of everybody.
The worst was the Boston Cannons because there wasn't that many people there.
Right.
And they like set off like a legit cannon.
Yes.
And it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
A buddy of mine, he was going to his first game ever in Columbus. And I said to him, be prepared for the cannon.
Yeah.
And he's like, he came back a couple days later. He's like, thank you. Because it would scare the heck out of you. For the first time.
Unfortunately, there was a lot of that in the first period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boone Jenner, Mason Marchment, less than a minute and a half apart. They were down 2-0. Old buddy Charlie Coyle added a power play goal final minute of the first period. 3-0 after one. Bruins came out better in the second period, but didn't have anything to show for it. So it was 3-0 entering the third period, and finally the Bruins got on track.
Zaka, Arvidsson, Middlestat, Pasternak, and McAvoy. Here's McAvoy. Oh, it hit the post. Or is it in?
It's in.
It's in. McAvoy took the shot. Zaka got the tip under the bar and out, and the Bruins make it 3-2 with a power play goal.
That made it 3-2 with 11:17 to go.
And that was a little lucky, but it should have been 4-0 because there was a shot that by Columbus when it was 3-0 that looked like it had gone in, but it
hit the crossbar.
It hit the crossbar.
The Bruins held it without a shot the first 8 minutes of the second period. The first shot that Columbus got on net cleanly beat Swayman, and the Bruins got lucky. Yes. Yep. Yes. So, fortunately, they were only down 3-2, and Marco Sturm pulled Jeremy Swayman with just under 2 minutes to go, and then Columbus helped them out. They handed them a power play with 42 seconds left, so the Bruins had a 6-on-4 down a goal with time running out.
Geeky to McAvoy, jumped away from him, but Pasternak got it. Down the far circle. Tried to get it to Lindholm. His shot directed up over the net. Sent back out in front by Pasternak. Still loose. They score! They score! Zaka again! We're tied at 3. 11 seconds to go.
RJ does nothing but hit home runs.
That's a great call right there, huh?
Fantastic.
No, he's great.
He is fantastic at this.
A lot of Bruins fans at that game, too.
Yeah, Pavel Zacha's goal with 11 seconds left tied it at 3. He had 2 goals in this game and 11 goals this month. The game went to overtime. Neither team scored an OT, plenty of chances, so we went to a shootout. Charlie Coyle scored again against his former team to push it to the final shot of the night. I said the final shot of the night.
Arvidsson, the righty, will start in from the right side to the dot. Coming between the circles, goes to the backhand and scores! Bruins win it in a shootout! What a comeback!
Hey, he speaks the truth. Victor Arvidsson pots the game winner. Bruins come all the way back for a very impressive and very important 4-3 win on the road. They lead the Blue Jackets by 4 points for the top wild card spot in the East with 8 to go. They play Dallas at TD Garden tomorrow night.
All right. And, if they've been hot of late and it's 2 in a row, 2 days in a row.
I thought it capped off a great week for the Bruins. I thought the win in Buffalo where they rallied and came back after having to lose the lead. And then I thought Friday at practice, I went over after I did the show here. They were as energetic and spirited. It was a good practice. You could tell they were all feeling good after that. And then Saturday, they came out with so much energy against a really good Minnesota Wild team. They hang on and get the victory in that one. And then last night was just Sturm's yelling at them like they weren't going. They couldn't get it going. They were stuck in the mud. And then they they get a couple of fights, and then lo and behold, they come back and win. I thought it capped off a real good week for this team that should catapult them to the playoffs.
One more quick hockey note. We were talking about it briefly off the air. Old buddy Bruce Cassidy fired by the Las Vegas Golden Knights with 8 games to go. Vegas had lost 6 out of 7. They were 6 points out of first place, but it seems, reading what I've read this morning, that the same thing that happened to him in Vegas happened here. They weren't playing, veterans weren't playing for him. They were tired of him screaming at them. And this is a chance to try and kick him in the pants here before the playoffs. But the best part about all of this is that John Tortorella has been hired to replace him.
And that will get everyone pretty mellow in that locker room.
Exactly.
For the life of me, I'm like, what?
Like when they replaced Cassidy with John, help me.
Jesus. Now
Montgomery.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
My
Thank you,
God.
Adam. Jim Montgomery. At least you went, okay, Jim Montgomery. First of all, I really liked Cassidy, too.
He's opposite.
But I guess Cassidy was a dick in the locker room. He was always really nice to me. I liked him when we talked to him. But like Montgomery was just a great guy. Like so you understood that a little bit.
I thought it was one of those fake tweets when I first saw it.
Yeah, I know. So
Because it said
I.
Cassidy fired, Torts replacing him.
Especially
Like, what?
Vegas and what he's done in Vegas, and like they had nothing, and then he goes in there and he went, and like it just. He's kind of their franchise. Pretty bold move getting rid of him. I wouldn't look for Vegas to have a long string of success. They might make, I mean, they're in the playoffs now. They might make the playoffs, and they might even do a little bit this year, but I wouldn't look for that to be something that is maintained.
Tortorella has been signed for the last 8 games of the season in the playoffs. That's all he's been guaranteed. They're going to revisit whatever happens to him.
Well,
this
Tortorella's
summer.
probably like, what?
No, seriously.
When they call him?
But they
What, you
didn't
want
give
me
him
to
any
do
job
what?
security. It's like, come here for the next month, and then we'll decide.
Imagine if you're a Golden Knights fan. You got to be like, what? Like, why am I rooting for this team?
Yes.
Like,
What happened?
you're insane. Now, Tortorella is a dick on and off the ice.
Yes.
He's just a prick. I guess he was a prick in high school. He's just a prick.
Oh, we got what was it? The Rangers came here. He was with the Rangers, and with people like popping out here. The Concord Academy yearbook. Here it is.
Yeah.
This is who he was.
Like his name was Old Gray A-hole or something like that.
Where's
in high
Muskie?
school.
Was it Muskie?
Yeah,
Where's Muskie? Yeah.
All right. Dan loves games. Now listen, we're gonna play Shooting the Breeze at 8.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
At 8. So everyone relax. We'll do it. It takes me a long time to get into that headspace. But first, since Dan is here, we are going to repay a favor that he gave for us on Friday.
You're listening. Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Bruins have now won 5 out of 6 at a very important time to do so. They rallied to beat the Blue Jackets in Columbus yesterday 4-3 in a shootout. The home team blew a 3-0 third period lead. Pavel Zacha, 2 goals, including the equalizer with just over 10 seconds left. Victor Arvidsson wins it in a shootout. Dallas Stars come to TD Garden to play the Bruins tomorrow night. The Las Vegas Golden Knights fired head coach Bruce Cassidy yesterday and replaced him with John Tortorella. Celtics got 32 points from Jason Tatum and 28 from Peyton Pritchard. They beat Charlotte 114-99. Tatum's team lost big to Charlotte the last time they played them.
Tatum steps to his left, 3, got it! And there's your 20-point lead.
And he yells at the official. I needed the other foul here.
Green were without Jaylen Brown and Derek White on the first night of a back-to-back. They continue this 4-game road trip in Atlanta tonight. Grandy and Max, who you just heard there, will have the pregame at 7 and the tip-off at 7:30 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. In college basketball news, freshman Braylon Mullins hit a 35-foot three with 0.4 seconds left. And UConn beat Duke 73-72 to reach the Final Four. They'll play Illinois. Michigan shredded Tennessee 95-62. They'll play Arizona in the late game on Saturday. And the Red Sox lost in Cincinnati 3-2. They're 1-2 on the season. They pitch Ranger Suarez in Houston tonight. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the Massachusetts Energy Marketers Association, providing safe and reliable energy services for your home and business. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 7:30.
Diving, but he's got a breakaway. To the backhand, throws it in front, coming to the spot.
The Sports Hub.
Ticket not punched.
Hardy.
No, the ticket's not punched.
Fred.
You got a bunch of stuff wrong when you talk. So much for this country.
Dutcher and Hardy.
I guess this country's a bunch of buffoons that don't know the rules. You idiot.
The Sports Hub.
Hey, we're Dutcher and Hardy. Danny Roche is in for Hardy today. He was in on Friday, and it was interesting because Danny always comes correct. He always comes with a game. And not only did he have a clip of him seeing ELO, which, by the way, is not really ELO. I got many emails saying that Jeff Lynne is not in this incarnation of ELO.
Well, that's disappointing.
And that it's really like basically no original members. So, Dan.
I played their greatest hits on my ride to Bruins practice from here, though.
You did?
Don't bring me down. It was fun.
Was it fun?
Kept me awake.
Yeah. You would have fallen asleep otherwise. And you drive like that?
No.
Where you're always the chance of you falling asleep?
No, I wasn't impaired.
Okay. Because it sounds to me like you were saying
re-energized, that's all.
That if you didn't have ELO, that you would have probably gotten in an accident,
Maybe.
and then maybe you could have taken out a family, and then what are we talking about here?
That's you putting 2 and 2 together right there, Fred.
Thank you. I'm always thinking 3. I'm playing the tape through, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you had a game where you wanted John and I to guess the baseball film. You gave us a quote from the film. And, some of it now was very controversial. You had the original Bad News Bears with the language about the races and religions and things. He picked some sexy films as well. He picked a scene from Major League where they're, without the knowledge of the owner, taking clothes off of her.
Peeling sections. I mean, that's not right.
Raunchy Friday.
Yeah, it was pretty raunchy, but
ribald, perhaps.
Yes, Mr. Edwards. So here's the deal: is that Adam has he heard that and he said, "Let's turn it back on Roche and let's have a fun game." These are just TV shows, Dan, that are about sports. Okay,
I'm not good at this. I'm going to have Wallach carry me.
I don't know.
Well, it's not really going to play as much as you.
No. This is more a Roche Central
but
game.
I think you'll do a lot better than you think because I think you've heard of a lot of these shows. All right, so let's start with clip number 1.
Coach, I'm sorry. You know what the happiest animal on earth is? It's a goldfish.
10-second memory.
No. Got a 10-second memory. Be a goldfish, Sam.
What's that, Dan?
That's from Ted Lasso.
Is that your favorite show of all time?
It is. And when I'm feeling down a little bit or something, I'm home, put an episode in.
Yeah, just remember yourself. Remember COVID right away.
Yeah.
The minute you're feeling down, start thinking about things that you watch. Tiger King too.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
Coming back this summer.
I always watch the
Ted Lasso? Yeah, I know.
I always
4.
watch the Michael Jordan documentary, the Tiger King, and then Ted Lasso. Those are the things to get me right in the mood.
You're on a desert island. One show, one TV show you could watch, one movie you could watch. This is it.
Either Seinfeld or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia would be the TV show. And the movie, my favorite movie of all time is Goodfellas, but if I was on a desert island, probably Anchorman.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny?
I love Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite movie of all time. So it would be Raiders. And for some reason, NYPD Blue pops into my head, so we'll go with that.
I'd go Seinfeld. I think you can't go wrong
it's
with
out
Seinfeld.
in the background right
I don't
now.
know
It's
about
making
movies,
me feel good.
I'd have to have a collection of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't really care about the movie so much. I saw the movie. My daughter and I went to go see the 2.5-hour affair with the kid from Barbie.
Ryan Reynolds? How was it?
His name's not Ryan Reynolds.
No, Ryan Gosling. Sorry.
Ryan Gosling. It's
I was
2.5
thinking of going
hours.
to see it. Was it good?
It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So maybe save your time.
My daughter went to see Hoppers.
I saw Hoppers, which was actually
She said it
good.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was good. All right. I didn't see it by myself.
Yeah, no,
I saw it with my boys.
Yeah.
And not my kids. I saw it with my crew.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
about 20 of us guys rolled in and saw Hoppers.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah. All right. This is number 2.
Expect you boys to play football. Yes, sir. Clear eyes, full hearts can't lose.
Oh, my God.
This is for you,
Yeah.
not for me.
What was that one?
Clear eyes, full hearts can't lose.
Yeah.
Football.
I know.
Southern accent.
I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Friday Night Lights?
There you go.
There you go.
Did you know the writer of that book, original book, went to Phillips Academy at Benandover? Buzz Bessinger?
Yeah, he's kind of a salty interview. All right.
Everybody from Phillips is Bill Belichick.
Yeah. A lot of dicks out of there.
Come on, my son went there, Freddie.
I didn't say everyone. I said a lot. All right. What show is this? You're 2 for 2.
And the one thing a champion does not do is f***ing quit. A true champion faces his enemies and he conquers them.
Okay, maybe we should.
And that is why I'm here today to tell you all that Kenny Powers is officially accepting the position of PE coach here at Jefferson Davis Middle School. That is until the majors call me back up.
What was the name of the show? I know it's Kenny Powers. I can't remember the name of the show.
It's one of the great shows in
come on,
history.
Johnny, help me.
Oh, he's spun it down.
Oh, he's bound it down. You know who wanted to be Kenny Powers and he was legitimately serious when it first came out? Was Josh Beckett. He told me, he goes, my
That makes a lot of sense.
My dream in life is to be and act like Kenny Powers.
He did, for the most part,
Then
unfortunately.
ask him to be John Rocker because that's a big.
I know, right?
This show, I hope you don't.
Was Rocker with you in Atlanta?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was after.
Oh, was it?
But yeah, he was one of those like anti-heroes. Like
Yeah.
there would be like classic rock radio shows that had him on to like talk about how great he was. All right, I hate this show with a thousand suns. It's a reality show. I've never seen it. I like one of the guys in it. You've mentioned the other one earlier in this very contest. What is this?
But the thing that we love more than anything is the football club.
It's an underdog story, and it's about interconnectivity between the club and the community.
Is that the
It's a reality show. You had already mentioned one of the guys' names.
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds, one of the owner, with the other guy from when Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Rentham, is it?
Yeah, John, I don't care if you get it right.
Okay.
Wrexham.
Welcome to Wrexham.
Yes.
Very good.
I haven't caught up with that. I've watched a couple seasons.
Well,
but I need to catch up.
It's a masturbatory project for people that seem to have lost their way in terms of what's acceptable to give the world. All right. And then Always Sunny in Philadelphia's last season was great, so who knows? All right, what show is this?
This is fun, thanks.
All right, so what show is this? It's going to stay fun, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
You guys might find this interesting.
Well, I think that's an assumption.
I am thinking of expanding my practice. I met this doctor, Dr. Maxwell, real class act.
Is he black?
Well, how'd you know?
9 times out of 10, when a sportscaster is referring to someone as a class act, they're talking about a head coach who's black. Mm-hmm. Tony Dungy. What a class act. Just total. Lovie Smith. Class act.
I never noticed that. I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah, the ABC show, right? It's the sports.
it's up
I
to
just
you.
can't remember the name of it, Fred. Sports.
It's not on ABC.
Oh, it's not?
And it doesn't have sports in it.
Oh, is that the? Oh, come on. What is it?
What?
Oh, nothing.
What?
Tell me what it is.
You said, "Oh, come on, what is it?" What was in your mind?
Nothing.
No, seriously, what was in your mind?
The hockey one. You're trying to. I know it's going to end in the hockey one. I
No,
just
it won't.
feel it. I mean, I'm sweating.
No, it won't. That is the league. You didn't get Nick Kroll's
yes.
voice.
Yep.
All right. Now, this is the season 2, episode 1. This is the greatest monologue to open a show in the history of television. It's a show about baseball. It's a television show about baseball. This is the greatest monologue. It's the camera starts panned in on the main character's face as it slowly rises. He gives this monologue. I've talked about this with people on email, listeners. Here you go.
Biggest change in this country in the 10 years that I was gone? America went from being a boob nation to being an ass nation. I mean, 30 years ago, if a company ran an ad campaign on 3 TV networks and 10 magazines, everybody saw it. And what they saw mostly was boobs. Boobs, boobs, boobs. I mean, eventually, we just forgot all about butts. Oh, we were just so relentlessly hammered with images of boobs. And by the 80s, Charles, big old fake boobs. Just these enormous sacks of viscous chemicals that were bolted onto the front of a woman's chest in defiance of all good taste and gravity.
Which gift basket does she get?
Chantal, oh, the Jeter. Oh, my God, she earned it.
Okay, so he's laying on a woman's rump as it pans up. He's laying on a thick butt of a what you would. It comes out it's a prostitute.
You know, iPads don't grow on trees. Maybe you should consider not giving the Jeter to every woman you bring home?
No, Charles, I'm afraid I can't because I'm sexually generous in all the ways that one could possibly be. Besides, those piazza baskets that you designed, Charles, they're confusing and they're unpopular. There's an element of sadness to them. Anywho, I'm at the big Frida Bounce show last night and I'm getting lost in the applause of like 100 clapping asses. And it hits me, it dawns on me. I am surrounded by the very people that got America back into ass. I'm talking about straight black men, the gays, of course, and thick women, God bless them. Because, see, when the internet expanded all media into the limitless chaos that we know it to be today, the power of the straight white male gaze got diluted. And all of a sudden, all these long forgotten voices could finally be heard, man. And they were screaming, butts, come on, butts are wonderful. And that, my friend, is how the wool that had been pulled over our collective eyes was finally lifted.
And that was when John finally was vindicated and in popular culture caught up with his proclivities.
Always ass.
We went from a boob culture to a butt culture over the course of, this is probably a 15-year-old show, but over the course of the 10 years leading up to that show. What was that,
It was The Natural.
You really don't know that show?
No.
You've never seen Brockmire?
Oh, no, I know. I haven't. I get yelled at by my friends, but I've never seen Brockmire.
All right, and finally,
no, I'm definitely not going to watch it.
Yeah,
after that stuff you put out there. Fred.
That's right.
We went from Ted Lasso to this.
And finally,
keep it clean.
We got 2 more.
I need what tell me. I need you.
I don't know. That's your Cinemax shows you used to watch.
No, it's a show about sports.
What?
It's on now.
I don't know.
Okay, it's a show on now. It's a cultural phenomenon. It's about sports. Do you like sports?
I do.
Do you like television?
I do.
So if something's a cultural phenomenon in television, it seems like you would know about it, right? It's a cultural phenomenon in television. You watch television, you work in television, you love sports above everything else. This is a show about one of the top 4 sports in the country, and it is on television, and it is a big deal now.
I don't know.
See, it seems to me that you would at least have an idea, a guess, given those parameters.
What is it?
Given those parameters, what could it possibly be?
I don't know.
Because it makes me think that the reason you don't know this show is because of the hate in your heart.
Hey, come on, Adam.
Because if you don't know about this show, you love television, you work in television, you love sports. There's a show that's incredibly popular on television about sports that the only reason you wouldn't watch it is because there's something about the show you don't like. Still no idea. It's a show called Heated Rivalry, and it's about 2 gay hockey players.
Okay.
So you're just not aware of it. The guy hosted Saturday Night Live.
I'm aware of it.
But you refuse to. But you refuse to watch it.
I refuse to watch it. I just don't want to watch it.
It's your homophobia?
No.
Well, you love sports. You work in television. You
shows about hockey.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Movies, yes. Slapshot.
Okay, name a show about hockey.
The Gordie Howe story.
There's not a lot of shows about hockey to choose from.
I didn't like it.
Mighty Ducks, the series.
It's a movie. I didn't like the series. I didn't like the cartoon.
But you saw it.
I watched the second of it.
Yeah. Have you seen a second of Heated Rivalry?
Probably, yeah.
You have?
Probably.
What network is it on?
It's on Apple, right? No, not Netflix. Hulu.
No.
Who is it?
I don't even know what it's on.
HBO Max.
Oh, Max, yes.
So you have seen it.
I go watch The Pit, and I see it.
So you have seen it.
I've seen it. You can flip through and see.
But if you know it's about hockey, why haven't you clicked on it?
I don't know. I just don't want to watch it.
It's because of the gay stuff.
No, not at all. I don't care.
So just them being gay would make you stop watching a sports show.
Don't put words in my mouth. And this is the best day ever. I was so excited to come into the studio, and look at where you took it to me.
All right, fine.
You and Adam.
Well, Adam Adam is a big proponent of the gay
lying
community.
to me.
I'm an ally.
You said you're going to enjoy this game. You're not an ally.
Adam is
not to you right now, at least.
No, he's laughing, but he's super pissed at you.
Is he really?
The only reason you want to watch it is you hate gays. But okay, very good. You'll get this one then.
I love you. Holy I mean, I love you too. Oh my God, I love you so much. Does it f***ing kill you too? What the more?
What show is that?
Arliss.
No. It's on TV now.
Really?
Yeah. Arliss was not a good show, by the way.
That's a great poll.
No, Arliss was not a good show.
No, it wasn't.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I thought it was Arliss. It sounded a lot like it.
It's a sports show that's on now.
Yeah.
It's a sports show that's on now.
Sports show. Do you watch every sports show? Do you watch everything about guitars?
I don't watch every sports show, but I'm not as into sports as you are. Do you like hockey?
Yeah. Just because. Why does it always come back to Heated Rivalry? If I don't want to watch it, I don't want to watch it. Why are you putting me on the stand? Why are you trying to make me feel bad?
Because you and John are
what
both.
What have I ever done to you?
The two people that I know that love sports the most. You'll watch anything that's a sports related. You don't like soccer, but you watch Ted Lasso. And so, but Ted Lasso, you like the message of. You throw 2 gay main characters in it, and you have no time for it. You know how offensive that is to Adam.
That was
Will
one of
you
those-
do me a favor?
Are you happy now?
The
Are you
YouTube
happy
got
now,
it.
Fred?
Yep.
I am. That was a great segment.
That was really good.
It was good.
It started off on such a great high.
Went better than I expected.
Aren't you at least curious how they do it?
No.
Did you know one man can be on his back and still be penetrated
Listen,
by the
why
other
are you
man?
doing that? We had the greatest day yesterday in sports. Can we come back?
I
and
learned
talk
that in a
about
Billy
that?
Eichner movie.
Well, that's what that movie was about.
Billy Eichner, who I love, had a romantic comedy. It was
Right.
a gay romantic comedy, and
Right.
I'm like, I love Billy on the Street. Like Billy Eichner's really funny. I like them even on the Parks and Rec. So I watch his gay romantic comedy, and
It was Bros, right? Is that the one you're
yes,
talking about? Came out
Bros.
like a few years ago? Yeah.
And it's funny, but it is also very
graphic.
Graphic.
Yeah.
And so, but I did learn that one man could be on his back, and the other man could have sex with the man on his back, which had never occurred to me. But I did learn that. Did you know that, Danny?
No.
Okay. Gary Washburn's going to join us.
Thank God.
All right. Will you promise me you'll watch Heated Rivalry?
Yes, I can't wait to get home today and watch it.
Okay, you
I'll put it
promise?
on. Yep.
You promise you swear?
Mm-hmm. Pinky
Okay.
swear.
All right. Thank you. Can we write this wrong? Will you have Adam over and make sure he watched it?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the quiz next time. We'll quiz him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time you're in, we'll just ask you trivia questions about Heated Rivalry.
It's my last time.
Positions. We'll quiz him on positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan, what is it
Where,
called?
where's the guy with the brown hair like to be kissed the most? What's his Q zone?
A, nape of neck. B, shoulder.
We can give you multiple choice.
C, forehead.
Do either of them like to be bit? And if so, who and where?
I can't wait to ask Gary about Peyton Pritchard.
What about him?
I don't know. Just let's move on.
What does he
good.
like to be kissed?
Well, Gary wouldn't know.
Okay.
Both married men.
Real mature, both of you.
I'm not the one who's afraid of gays.
I'm not.
What are you doing?
I haven't watched Heated Rivalry either. If it makes you feel better. I have no desire to watch that show. It's for women. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
To the coaching staff, front office, to the players, the standard, the culture that we built since I've been here. You don't take it for granted, but it's just how we approach every single day. And winning is hard in this league, but we've had the right mindset. They've had the right mindset for the whole season. I've just tried to help. So, you don't take that for granted.
Is in Gary Washburn, our good friend, is the national NBA writer for the Boston Globe. Gary, thank you for joining us, sir.
Oh, great to be here.
A win against Charlotte. Charlotte has been a better team in the second half. They've figured things out a little bit, I guess. What do you make of Charlotte this year?
Improving team. They play really fast. They take a lot of threes. They're a team that some people remind them of the Celtics, the younger Celtics, or a young Thunder team that is kind of emerging. A lot of young players, but they play well together. They have a good chemistry. Con Knipple, I think, was a great draft pick for them because he's kind of an adult in the room. They needed to mature as a team. They needed to get LaMelo more serious. They made some other good moves to put some young guys and a couple of veterans on that roster. So I think they're a team to watch out for in the next 4 or 5 years. And they pounded the Celtics in Boston a few weeks ago. So I think the Celtics looked at that game and had revenge on their minds and played very well.
How about the fact also that they came out, they looked really focused from the start. No Jaylen Brown again, Gary, and they're able to do what they do. And for me, yes, watching Tatum come back and get better and better and better has been great. But Peyton Pritchard, man, the year that he's had, he just like seems so confident, such a big part of this team now. How have you seen his growth, and where has that growth maybe blossomed? What have been some of the things that have made him so good as an NBA player to this date now and seemingly getting better and better?
Yeah, Dan, I mean, he's fearless. He can score on anybody despite being 6'1". And I think that's the rare kind of commodity. I think you look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, who is just so used to playing against bigger players growing up that he can get his shot off against anybody. And Peyton is in that same cloth. I mean, he just can score on it. He takes anybody on. He's fearless. He can shoot the three. He can shoot the long three. He can get to the rim, use his physicality to get layups. He can rebound. I mean, he's just everything you're looking for. And with his 3-year, $22 million contract, he's one of the biggest bargains in the NBA. He makes less than $10 million, and he's got a couple of years left. So the Celtics saw something, got him to commit to a nice deal for him, a great deal for the franchise, and he just continues to produce. 28 points last night, 36 against the Hawks a couple of days ago. I mean, it's just been amazing what he's turned into because he didn't really have a true position. Well, is he a point guard? Is he a shooting guard? How many 6'1" shooting guards really make in the NBA? He's just a guard, and he's a scorer, and he's just a really, really like indispensable part of this team.
How do you explain what the Celtics have done, not only in the year in general, but over the last couple of months? There are people in, there are people out. You're really not sure who's going to play one day to the next, but they still play hard. They still play together. Obviously, you can throw all the platitudes you want at Joe Mazzulla, but how is it that this team doesn't seem to swerve? They're always point A to point B in a straight line.
I think that's the coaching of Mazzulla, getting his guys, making sure those guys are prepared of any opportunity they get. You look at a guy like Ron Harper last night. He comes in, he plays like 10 minutes, he scores 8 points. He had a little ankle sprain, but he comes in and he hadn't played in a while. Jordan Walsh hadn't started since January 1st. Hugo Gonzalez comes in and hits a three. Like everything they've asked of the guys they brought in, those guys have produced and then more. Luka Garza. It's been pretty stunning. All the moves except the Chris Boucher acquisition that just never worked out from the start. But and maybe Josh Minot, but every guy they brought in and then the guys that they brought back who needed to be better have been better. Keita has turned into a starting center. Jordan Walsh, capable guy. You look at Baylor Shireman, a guy who was known as a shooter. Okay, well, what is he on the NBA level? That's great to do that in the Big East at Creighton, but what's he going to do here? He's been a rebounder, a spot shooter, a defender, like he's been a utility guy, Swiss Army knife. So to me, all of the guys surrounding Jalen and Pritchard have just been marvelous in terms of their production. And then you get guys, the Jalen has taken his game to another level. It's just been a team effort. And you've got to give Missoula and that coaching staff credit for having these guys prepared and bought in to their roles, knowing they're not going to play every day. As you guys know, when you don't play every day, you have a tendency to pout. You have a tendency to not be as prepared because you don't think you're going to get called on. That's not the case in Boston. There's been plenty of guys who have come through Boston who just weren't prepared when they were called on because they didn't think they were going to play. That's not the case with this team. This team, as they say, they stay ready.
Is there any team, there are only a couple of weeks left in the regular season, and then we're off to the playoffs. Is there any team in the NBA that this Celtic team can't beat in a 7-game series?
I mean, it's going to be, I think San Antonio would be a challenge if you're talking about getting to the finals. San Antonio, Oklahoma City would be a challenge. I mean, they're challenges. Denver, they haven't had good success against Denver over the years. In the East, I still think the Knicks are going to be probably their most formidable opponent in the playoffs. I don't know about Detroit. Detroit is starting to play better without Cade Cunningham. We'll see when he comes back. We'll see whether they can deal with the pressure of being the number 1 seed and having high expectations. I just still think the Celtics have to prove they can beat the Knicks. And I think that playoff series last year is still in the back of their heads. So maybe they come up with some different ways to try to compete with the Knicks. But I think that's the team, if you ask me, that has the best chance of beating the Celtics in the East.
Gary, was there any concern on your part with Jaylen Brown when we saw Achilles and tendonitis put together in the injury report with him?
Yeah, that's a scary word, obviously, in Boston, is Achilles. I don't think it's serious. I saw him a shoot around yesterday. He was walking around. It wasn't like he's wearing a boot or anything like that. We'll see what happens in Atlanta. I think it could be a situation, guys, where they want to give Jalen some rest. He's hit the 65 game limit, so he's eligible for all the awards. They're probably going to give Jason a break because he hasn't played a back-to-back yet. So Jalen's from Atlanta. Why not bring him back and play in front of his home crowd? Why not bring Jason on Sunday, play in front of his, a lot of Duke fans that were visibly disappointed. It was crazy. During the game, the Celtics and Hornets are going at it. There was this loud, just gasp and cheer in the concourse. And it was like, what just happened here? And it was the Connecticut guy hit that 35-footer. So there's a lot of Carolina fans in Charlotte. I'm not talking about University of North Carolina. So there was a lot of cheering as much as there was a lot of boos. But, I think Jason loves playing in Charlotte. He loves playing in front of those fans, a lot of Celtic fans. So I think they're kind of balancing time off. And they're trying to, they're doing what they need to do to get guys rest and still understanding that they have the capability of winning any game with any roster they put out there. They did that against Atlanta, and now they did that against Charlotte. So it's working. Their methods of resting and still winning.
By the way, did Missoula give you a little props the other day with when he was being asked about Jaylen Brown and his condition? I thought I heard that. A little pause.
Okay, so Joe's not the guy to ask about injuries. There are certain NBA coaches that will literally give you the entire. You ask Billy Donovan about an injury, he's running off when the guy worked out, how long. He's day to day. He's doing this, and yesterday he played 32 minutes and he practiced and he took 3. He'll give you the rundown. Joe is day to day. He'll be fine. He's a 3-word guy. So we asked him about Jalen before the game. He said day to day, day to day. He insisted day to day. Post game, a reporter asked him about Jalen, and he said day to day. And I just laughed because I don't know what we thought we were going to get out of Joe besides day to day. So I laughed, aloud, and he said, "Oh, you like that, huh?" And I do. Some of the things, Joe and I have an interesting relationship.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. You and Joe have gone back and forth over these last 4 years. How would you characterize it?
I think our relationship's great, to be honest. I don't think we've ever disliked each other. I think we didn't agree with a lot of things. I tried to hold what I try to do in my coverage is hold the team accountable. This is the Boston Celtics. I don't cover the Charlotte Hornets. I don't cover Minnesota. I don't cover the team. I cover a team that wins 18 championships, so they have a high expectations. So I want, I ask them and demand or try to, because they have championship aspirations. They're not putting division banners at TD Garden. So I try to hold them accountable. What I did at the beginning was hold them accountable. And Joe, I don't think was accustomed to that. And I think he had to get used to kind of dealing with the media. He's a guy who's to himself. He coached Division II. He was kind of a behind-the-scenes guy during his previous time as an assistant with the Celtics. So it just took a while for us to kind of get used to each other. But we've always gotten along. People think, like we exchange texts. We're at, there's a definite friendship there. And I'm not one to say that a lot because I don't think it's important, but we do have a healthy respect for each other. I think it's grown over the years, and I think he's become more comfortable. Obviously, winning the championship will do that, becoming more comfortable in his philosophies and his skin, and also with some of the criticism and dealing with how reporters ask questions. So I think our relationship is great. I think it's obviously a fun thing. People ask me about it a lot, and I'll continue to ask tough questions, and I'll continue to understand that Joe's going to be Joe.
Yeah, I think that he's improved a lot in those press conferences. And when we talked to you about this when it first started, he sounded like an ass because you had been covering the team for a long time. He's the new coach, and he's coming down on you like, well, what is he? He doesn't know more than you do about this organization. You've been with the organization, covering it longer than he'd been around. So it didn't seem like fun. It seemed like he was just being a dick. You seemed great. But now it does seem like he's kind of like gone, okay, maybe I don't need to put on this persona in front of the media every day. Maybe that's fair.
Yeah, and I still think Joe is Joe. He's going to say what he feels. He's going to say what's on his mind. And as a reporter, I think you have to stand up to the head coach or the manager. You have to stand by your convictions, and that's what I do. And you could have a healthy balance where you have a healthy respect for each other, but you don't always agree. Or you explain your side. That's what maybe off the record conversations. And I know journalism has changed over the years, and you don't have the side convos that you used to have with coaches where you can pull a guy aside. Everybody's got a camera phone. Everybody wants to record everything. But you can have conversations with said coach off the record about things and kind of come to some realizations and understandings and explain your side and laugh and joke, things like that. I think that's what brings reporters and coaches and has that. I know Terry Francona was like that, where you could just talk to him.
John knows all about it.
I know all about that.
John.
Yep.
You could talk to these guys a little bit off the record, and there was a human element to it. Now it's got a little different, where some of these guys everything's recorded, everything is put down on social media, and so some of these coaches and folks and organizations are more guarded, understandably. So it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, well, you're an adult. He's an adult. Your job's every bit as important as his, so it's good that you guys have that mutual respect. All right, Gary, he's the best. Read him in the Globe as he covers the NBA and the Celtics. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thanks, guys. Anytime.
See you, Gary.
We appreciate it. We'll be right back here at the headlines.
Sports Hub. Brent Hardy.
That's what I want on my team. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't even matter who they played. It's just terrible. And it looked like and there was so much on. The Bruins were on. The Celtics were starting. And I was like, oh, this is another blowout. I think UConn was down 17 points in the beginning of the second half. And then they started chipping away. There was the great shot at the end. As always, the NCAA tournament's been really good. I have no interest now in the Final Four, but
I don't understand that, but it's just
I don't care about the teams, and there's no Cinderella.
It's still basketball. It's fun. This is what you know.
Jesus. You know what? Read a book, you fool. You come down on me, but what are your interests?
I don't
have
any.
Yeah.
Other than sports and my wife.
Yeah.
And my kids.
Well, I don't care about those things.
I know you
I don't care about my kids.
I know
I don't have a wife.
Who cares?
Is that a shot at me for being divorced?
Yes.
There's
maybe after what you've done to me over all these years.
There's no depth of which you won't go.
Every show. Let's embarrass him. Let's talk about masturbation and sex. That's what you do to me. Every show.
Bringo. But listen, the tournament is a great event. They don't go as low as him, as Dan. But have you seen? First of all, Nate Burleson. It's Nate Burleson who's hosting it.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he won't be doing that again. But however, you have Barkley and Kenny Smith, in those two should be good. I'm sorry. After I eat, I always start burping.
There we go. Now
let's just get it out.
Now we're cooking.
Let's just get it out and just, you know what? There it is.
Let it fly.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Have you had your fun?
It makes the show great.
I'm the first guy ever to burp on the air, and so But what they've done is, and we can't find some of these, but at one of the halftimes they put a picture of Charles Barkley's face, and then they put a cup of coffee, a sandwich, and something else. And they asked Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley to bank the donuts into the coffee off the face and the cheese off the face into the sandwich, to which none of them, they all feigned that they couldn't understand what was going on until Clark Kellogg just had to keep explaining to them what was going on. It was atrocious. Everything they're trying to do, whoever's producing this thing, and you know television, this is all on the producers, whoever's producing this thing needed, the fact that they haven't shifted course at some point and said, let's just forget about this kind of crap. Inside the NBA is what it is. You're never going to recreate that, especially with the same people. Don't force that kind of looseness. Have you seen when they were bringing out the talking ball? So there's an AI. I'm not setting you up for anything.
Yeah, I know.
An AI talking basketball. It's about as funny as it seems. This is it.
Renee and Charles, I need y'all to head over to the rack. Go ahead and grab a ball and help us.
He's so unnatural, Burleson. Like, he really is bad. I usually don't talk about, like, studio hosts like this. Like, he's pretty bad.
Understand what is going through the mind of these players when they have the ball in their hands, when the game is on the line.
What's going on? You guys aren't going to shoot me, are you?
And that's the ball talking.
What is this? Hey, what's up, Chuck? Hey, Renee, how you doing?
I'm better looking than that. That looks like Clark.
Nah, my name is Old Ball.
Old Ball?
Yeah, this is Old Ball. You can call me OB if you'd like.
OB, what's up, OB?
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see my face? One word, go ahead.
You got some pretty eyes.
E.T.
E.T. comes to mind. E.T. phone home.
I will accept both of those things. You're very, very nice. Unfortunately, I asked the cameraman if I was in focus. He said, unfortunately, yes, you are in focus. They don't like me as much as you guys do. And he's not the only one. The makeup girl said they're going to fix me in post, and then the editor quit. True.
OB, what's up, baby?
I'm just hanging on this rack having a ball. What are you guys about to do over here?
Chuck.
Well, they always said it like it had eyes. Let me try it here.
Yeah, you can pick me up. Oh, that feels nice. Much better. That steel rack was blocking my valve. I've been trying to let one out for a week.
This is unbelievable.
Charles, what's going through your mind right now?
The technology is amazing.
Technology? You mean biology, dude?
Yeah, this isn't artificial intelligence. This is real, Chuck.
Nah, dude. This is just a product of Earth, Mother Nature.
I feel like I'm on Harry Potter. Like,
Yeah, House Slytherin over here for sure.
OB, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Chuck, you want to give him a kiss goodbye?
No.
How about I give you a kiss? How about that?
No, we good.
Wait.
Yeah, that went on for 2 minutes. Not one thing of that was even remotely entertaining.
That's unfortunate.
No, good on everyone for like not just stopping and going, okay, enough. It would have been funny if Barkley just took the ball and threw it.
Well,
He just was like, that's the end of the segment.
Why? What? Would you put it past him to do that?
I'm a little disappointed that he didn't. Because that
yeah.
would be pretty funny. But I guess there's like a comedian that's somewhere on set.
No. You mean that wasn't real?
I guess there's a comedian somewhere on set that you don't want to make feel bad because he's like riffing, and like you're maybe you don't want to make the feel. I can see, but it would have been at that point just kick the ball away. So you work for CBS. Can you put a word in to stop this?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was good.
Yeah. Even you didn't laugh at that, and you'll laugh at anything.
It reminded me of like the Monsters Inc. laugh tracks at Disney. You know, when they have people come in and they just have a guy in the back making jokes and stuff like that, but that's funny.
If nothing else, you're relatable. All right, look. It's time. Everyone wanted it. You overwhelmed me with emails. It's a segment called Shooting the Breeze. What is it? Danny, it's like it's springtime now. It's like you and I are on a front porch. Johnny's bringing us drinks. And people are calling in 617-779-0985. They're saying whatever they want. We're just having a convo. Does it have to be about sports? No. It can be about anything. It's like when you go to, where do you go to get your coffee in the morning?
The mobile Dunkin' down the street.
Okay, so you go on a Dunkin' on Wheels,
Yeah.
and so you go in there and you
Hey,
talk.
Gary, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Stevie back there. Hey, nice
and
to
you
see
pick
you.
up a physical paper sometimes,
Yes.
and when you go like, will you get a load of this?
$11.50 for 3 papers.
And you have a lot of fun. So that is what it is. But we do need your phone calls. 617-779-0985. It's the hardest segment in radio history. It's called Shooting the Breeze, and it's coming up next.
Best comebacks in a long time. They won in Columbus yesterday, 4-3 in a shootout. The Bruins scored 3 third-period goals to tie things up and then got a Victor Arvidsson goal to win it after Charlie Coyle had tied things up in the third round of the shootout. They'll play Dallas tomorrow night at TD Garden. Also, the Bruins have signed Merrimack goaltender Max Lundgren. It's a one-year entry-level contract for next season. The Las Vegas Golden Knights yesterday fired head coach Bruce Cassidy. They have only 8 games left in the regular season. They've replaced him with John Tortorella. Celtics got a measure of revenge yesterday in Charlotte. They beat the Hornets 114-99. The Green got run out of TD Garden by this team the last time they met, but it was a different story yesterday. Jason Tatum scored 32 points.
Just making the right reads. You know, it's the NBA, and they one of the hottest teams, you know, especially after All-Star break. So we knew they were going to make a run. It's just, I said all the time, how you respond. Found the matchup we wanted. They started doubling, so just making the right read out of that.
They have now officially clinched both the playoff spot and home court in at least the first round of the playoffs. They're in Atlanta tonight. Grandy and Max have the pregame at 7 and the tip-off at 7:30 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Connecticut got a long 3 from Braylon Mullins with 0.4 seconds left. They're off to the Final Four after beating Duke 73-72. Michigan also in the Final Four after blowing out Tennessee 95-62. And the Red Sox lost at Cincinnati 3-2. They're in Houston tonight. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Rodenhiser Home Services. Get your AC ready. Rodenhiser's early season check is just $99. Schedule at Rodenhiser.com today. Rodenhiser Home Services, nice people, great service since 1928. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 8:30.
This is what happens when analysts take over the games, take over the sport.
This is where you talk sports.
It happens all the time.
The Sports Hub.
And we're back. Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Were you staring back? See if
No,
you turn
because
around?
he just played. Yeah, just because he was back there. He was moving around. He was gesturing.
Oh.
I wanted to see what he was up to.
Okay.
All right, look. It's no big whoop. It's shooting the breeze. What is shooting the breeze? Danny, you're here.
It's just nice, casual conversation.
Once we get Hardy or whoever out of here, we can finally sit down and have an actual chinwag, like a convo, about anything under the sun. And Dan is available too. 617-779-0985. A lot of people love it.
Let's keep it to sports in summer.
No.
And
There are
have a really, really swell time.
There are no rules, Dan.
No
rules.
You don't
steer
get it at all.
You steer it, and Adam over there screens it. He's on my list today.
These are not. These have not been screened other than what they're asking. This isn't.
I don't buy it.
I do it when you're not here.
Adam's like, "Hello, do you want to talk sex?" Okay, hang on.
Adam doesn't answer the phones, jackass. And if you think Ryan's doing
It's
that,
definitely
that's
Ryan then. Plymouth.
Well,
Plymouth kid.
Plymouth is pretty dangerous. They have a spa down there. Willie.
Freddie T.
What's up,
Good
Willie?
morning to you. Well, you know, I'm just driving into work, getting back into that rat race, Freddie T.
Tell
And
me
you know
about
what? Mondays are the worst, am I right?
Call me
boy.
Garfield, you know?
Yeah, I just, hopefully get some lasagna later or something. That might make the day better.
Well.
But you know what makes me sad is the Gemelli family rift. It makes me sad. There's nothing more important than family. You know what I mean, Freddie T?
Oh, believe me, I
You
know.
Oh, for sure.
You got to put down personal issues and really, work on maintaining relationships.
Well, you know what they say, the days are long, but the years are short. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's the shortest, longest time, Willie. There's no
For sure.
question about it. Thank you, Willie.
Man, it's great talking to you guys.
It's
like shooting the breeze.
great talking to you too, Willie. Nick, is your father any plans to see the son soon? This newest son soon?
Soon, he says, yes.
When?
He's taking phone calls now, too.
When?
He had said it was supposed to be over the weekend.
Nick, you can't speak for yourself.
Not happen.
No, he's answering the phone.
I think you can't do two things at the same time.
Well, he doesn't have a mic in front of
It's
him.
a very labor-intensive
Just say-
segment of the show for Nick.
You say, hold on a second, and then you come over to that mic.
Nick! This weekend came and went.
Gotta mend those fences, Nick.
Eventually, he's going to turn around.
In the living years.
The more
as
you
they
stare,
say.
Yeah.
eventually it'll happen.
Julie. Hello, Julie.
Hey, Fred. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Danny, just for the record, Adam 12 did not scream like Hall. He only asked what I was going to say. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that proves it. But, Julie, he's paranoid. Go ahead.
I know. It's all right. So every morning when I'm in the car at 6 a.m., I hear the intro, and it has the thing where you're going, here, kitty, kitty, fluff, fluff, fluff.
Yeah.
Do you talk to Jet, your cat, new cat, the same way?
No. The Fluff was a very special animal. She lived to be 21. In the audio you're referring to is my wife at the time was taking my cat to the vet. So she called and she said, "Can you please calm the cat down? She's in a carrier and she's going crazy in the back." So I said, "I'll do it on the air." And I said, "Watch this." And I went, "Kitty, kitty, kitty, booza, booza, booza." And the cat went meow and then stopped freaking out because the cat was so in love with me. So with Jet, I go, hello. I go, hello, kid. That's what I say to Jet. And Deuce is, my dog is so spastic, I don't even know what I do. I barely talk to him because he's in constant motion. There's really no talking. It's just more of, Deuce! That's basically the way. I love talking to the Fluff. I would talk to the Fluff in that voice. I enjoyed it very much. Jet's a nice animal, but she's no Fluff. And
right. I 100% understand that. My animals, some of them have voices that I talk to, and some of them do not.
Yeah.
And I couldn't explain why.
Yeah. My dog has so much character, we'll call it, that there's very little that needs to be said. There's no blanks that need to be filled in.
Just go.
Yeah. It's doing its own stuff.
Right.
Whether it's through your oratory, what is it? When you smell? Through the sense of smell. Olfactory. Thank you, Julie. It's either farting or moving. It's moving. It's a lot like a dolphin, a shark. It's in constant motion. One half of its brain falls asleep, and then the other half of its brain falls asleep. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's shooting the breeze. Shooting the breeze. Shooting the breeze. Shooting the breeze.
I saw a Nesson broadcast of the Red Sox for the first time yesterday. I saw the beginning of the game. I saw Lou Merloni. Kevin, what is your thing as we shoot the breeze?
Yeah, I was wondering if you caught on with Lou Merloni. All the time, he has before he makes like a big point or he goes, yeah, crochet, and he sounds like he's been hanging out with Hardy in Las Vegas all night. I can't watch.
You're saying that he's got like Jerry's accountant on Seinfeld. He's sniffing a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
If you watch any of his videos too, like on social media, you just wait for it.
I like Lou. Lou Merloni's always been nice to me. The thing about Lou, the only thing he ever did that I didn't like is that he taped himself for the internet walking through the woods while he talked, and I just went, just sit down.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, just sit down. Like, I don't, and this is not geared towards Lou Merloni in particular. I just don't like that thing. And then there's always that like looking around. Like casual. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I know about that.
Like
part.
people, yeah, right. People take videos of themselves walking. Just sit down. Just sit down.
Lou's has become a shtick, though. He's talking baseball the whole time. So
well, it's really a phenomenon, Dan.
Yeah.
So it's why change it now? I mean, it's taken over the world. I believe the kids say it's gone viral.
Yes,
it's
nothing. I just stopped by to chat. Shoot the breeze.
They call it the Merloni, I believe.
Don't start trying to rename the segment. Dave, you're shooting the breeze.
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing?
What's up?
Last time you did Shooting the Breeze, I kind of left Roche out, so this is a Roche-centric question. Hey, Roche, is there any kind of rule of thumb of how long you should spend waiting in line at Disney? And what would you say is the ratio for, let's say you have a lightning pass. So instead of actually standing in line, you're just kind of mulling around, having ice cream, not really standing in line. Does that count as like, 1/3 of the time you would spend in line?
Yeah, I judge it by, so for instance, my wife and I went over to Epcot on the Friday before we left and saw an opening because we were late getting there and everything else. Usually the rides are way jammed and what have you. But the new new edition of Test Track had a 60-minute wait. So my wife and I said, you know what? Let's go over to that one. And we just we needed it, sat inside, you're going in the line and everything else. So 60 is about my max. Somewhere 120 minutes.
And how long was the
chance.
ride?
The ride's like 4 minutes,
And that was you and your wife,
Yeah.
who are adults.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah, you always pick on us, but you have no idea what we do, Fred. Like, you have no idea.
You went to the new Test Track and you waited 60 minutes to go on a 4-minute ride.
Oh, you do?
No, you just explained it perfectly.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know what you did outside of that. But
I
in
saw
terms of
ELO,
that-
part of them.
You did. You
One
saw
of 'em.
whatever they're calling ELO now.
I saw
Yes,
O.
Absolutely. Jimmy.
Cocktail party shooting the breeze.
Dan,
Shooting the breeze.
we have no idea what you do while you're down there. Are you soliciting other couples for exploitation or something?
Yeah, I do that at least one theme park a time that I'm there.
Is there a swinging community at Disney, Danny?
Yeah, it's a small world down there, Fred. So
It's the different colored
yeah.
water bottles you recognize, and depending on the color of the water bottle hanging from the poor husband's
I'm not
hip.
going to discuss the secrets, the hidden Mickey Mouse stuff at Disney. Okay?
Well, if there's one ear missing on the Disney headgear, then
no, Freddie.
Then you know that they're in for anything.
Which side? Which Mickey ear has the piercing?
That's right. That's exactly it.
Do you so quickly, Fred? I'm not sure if you saw the. I think it's iTunes top sales currently. But Dan, which new Afro Man song is your favorite at the moment? Is it Lick 'em Low Lisa? Is it Lemon Pound Cake? I would love to know your thoughts.
CB Buckner.
Licking every alive.
What should I say in this one? I don't know.
Just choose one, Fred.
What?
Just choose one.
My Vox Pro's not working.
Video of that.
Yeah.
It's about the police that raided his home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They didn't like it. They sued him for defamation and lost. Yeah. So now.
I am drinking Crown Royal and salsa water now for the summer breeze.
Nothing says summer like Crown Royal.
Seltzer water's involved.
Well, yeah, that is refreshing. Dave, go ahead.
Freddie T, you're a golden radio god of sorts.
Thank you.
You've plucked people out of obscurity like Hardy. You've made him into a viable radio talent. I'm wondering what show you think is better, Zolak and Bertrand or Felger and Maz? Be honest.
Okay. Both shows are very different. Felger and Maz is a fast-paced, sports-only show. It's difficult to say because middays are a different vibe than afternoons are a different vibe than mornings. Now, this show in Felger and Maz, I'll tell you this. This show is vastly different from Felger and Maz. The midday show is kind of a mixture of the two. I can't really say. I hear way more Felger and Maz because I'm asleep during Zolak and Bertrand. So I'm not half-answering the answer. That's really what I got. I don't know.
Shooting the breeze about philosophy, the Italians, my Uncle Eckley.
I mean, they're both very popular shows. They're both higher ranked on the Barrett Sports media list.
They are, yeah.
Well,
we're only number 2.
Yeah.
The other 2 are number 1.
Oh. We've been number 1 like a couple times, but not every time.
Yeah.
It's always Boomer and Geo. Brian, go ahead.
You know what, Fred? I held my tongue. I kept my rage in, but I was not happy when they replaced Janie Lane. Now they're going to replace CJ Snare at Firehouse.
Whoa!
With some whom-a-shanad. Who you think this new guy is going to be able to hit the pipes on All She Wrote? Do you think they're going to hit? You think this new guy is going to be able to hit the treble on Shake and Tumble? The insanity is going to stop.
I used to work with a guy that's now like a big religious radio DJ. He does a morning show. He's not like a psycho or anything. But he does this religious morning show. So he was like a metal guy. He looks ridiculous. Like he still looks ridiculous. He has long blonde hair, like bad facial hair. And he showed us a video of his wedding that we used to play on the air where this is Slaughter, not Firehouse. but he stands on stage in a white suit, because of course, and he sings "Love of a Lifetime" by them entirely all the way through on stage at his wedding, while someone accompanies him on guitar.
Feel like shooting the breeze?
All right, we only have time for a couple more. Antoine, hello, Antoine.
All right, hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Turn your radio down.
Your radio's very loud.
Turn it down.
All right, sorry. Got it now?
Yes, and you should feel terrible.
I'm driving listening to you, but listen, I love you guys in a non-sexual way. So listen to this, right? I just want to talk about how did you feel about Tatum last night? We keep saying that. Listen, we haven't seen him in perfection. I'm not saying it was perfection, but kudos to him last night, and I'll listen. And what do y'all think about that performance last night?
Best he's looked in since he came back at times last night.
Feeling better.
Yeah.
Great sign.
It's too controversial. For
great to look at.
Shooting the breeze.
Shooting the threes. That's what we should call it, Fred.
It's too controversial.
Shooting the threes.
Yeah.
I get it.
Rename the show. Your little Celtics segment. Shooting the threes.
No, it's shooting the breeze, and that's all it will be.
Okay.
Stop trying to take control of this. Chris.
Who's next?
Chris is. Hello, Chris.
It's a little too heated. This isn't very breezy, guys.
No, it's Dan. Dan came in very upset. He doesn't watch Heated Rivalry, and now everyone knows he's a homophobe. Go ahead.
I like this segment.
That's a big problem with him. So I was wondering, I kind of have a two-part question. So, Fred, have you read the MF Doom biography that is out there now? Came out like last year.
No, is it legitimate?
It's okay. The guy's definitely a little bit big of a fan. So that brings me to my second question. Dan, I'm shooting the breeze here with my 7-month-old son. He's adorable.
Oh, nice.
He's starting
What's his
to
name?
crawl. Charlie.
Awesome.
Yeah, so he's pretty great. And, I'm shooting the breeze here on paternity leave for a while, so I wanted to know, how can I use him to pick up women without my wife knowing?
Well, it's a method that it takes time to get through.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of time. He's a 7-month-old.
Yeah, but
He's got to do it while the getting's good.
So you got to go. There's a book out. It's kind of along the lines, just what you said, that I've referred to several times when I've done it. So just go about that method. Come in calmly, smoothly. Go to a supermarket. Take the baby with you, and you'll pick up tons of women.
Did you see what he was about to say?
Sam never found out.
No.
Chris, this was a setup from Chris and I. Chris, don't listen to him. Stay faithful to your wife, especially after this newborn miracle. Don't listen to him. And by the way, there's an MF Doom podcast that's all right. Come on, we'll give you like a couple weeks to watch Heated Rivalry, and you can come on and do a whole thing about it. It's a show on HBO.
I know. I just don't want to watch it. Come on.
Yeah, I know, but you'd be watching it for us. All right, Danny. The gays, they bother you that much. Okay. Some of us tend to want to support communities that are,
Let's talk to Ian Brown.
That won't solve the problems of the world. All right, so we'll be back in just a moment.
Toucher and Hardy will be right
we are Toucher and Hardy. Danny Roche is in for Hardy. Ian Brown. He reports about the Red Sox for MLB.com. He's kind enough to join us. Ian, hello, sir.
Great to talk to you guys.
Nice to talk to you.
Ian, how long you been doing this?
This is year 25 covering the Red Sox.
Ah, congrats.
We're in the quarter century mark.
Wow. What in mid-July, what is the worst city to be in?
I would say Kansas City, because it's just going to be sweltering hot.
That's what everyone says. They're like the most depressing thing for a beat writer or someone who's calling the games is Kansas City in July. Because the stadium's not downtown. Like, what time do you have to be on a stadium on an average, like, night game day?
About 3:30.
Okay.
On the road? Yeah.
And then you're there until what time generally on the road?
Usually about midnight.
Okay. And then you got midnight until 3:30 to kill. And you're in Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's a million degrees out there. Still 81 games left. It's a long way to go.
There's only so many times you can take a pic in front of the George Brett statue, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think that, depending on where the sun is, there could be a lot of different shadowing and things of that to make the whole experience interesting. All right, they lost 2 or 3 to start this. They were at the Reds. Very bad with runners in scoring position, whatever. It's a long season. You take us through your takeaways from this first series.
Yeah, well, one takeaway was the misuse of the ABS challenges on Saturday cost them the game.
Right.
You just can't run through those things in the third inning. And credit to Roman Anthony for being very hard on himself after the game, saying that can't happen. This is on me, kind of thing. But you really see how this system, you have to be, your instinct is to argue every call that's wrong. You have to be strategic and save them for the ones that are gonna when the game is hanging in the balance. So I think they learned that lesson.
Is there are you starting to see a strategy with it, or are you talking to people that are, thinking about how they want to use it? Is it like if you're up against a particular pitcher, or is it just basically saving for late in the game?
Yeah, I mean, that was the vibe I got during spring training, was they were going to be more strategic and just, don't use, make sure you have them in the late innings. So it's kind of weird to see Marcelo Meyer challenging yesterday. I think it was in the 4th inning. And you saw Roman Anthony do it in the 3rd inning, and Narvaez doing as a catcher so early. So I think it's just the instinct was taking over, and they're just kind of getting a feel for the system and just almost getting a little cocky about it and saying, oh, yeah, we know the strike zone. So, yeah, I think as it evolves, they're going to be much more conservative, probably starting as early as tonight. You're going to see them not burning those things. Alex Cora did try to talk to them after the game on Saturday to explain to them, just how this is going to work.
Ian, do you think there's a possibility that because of this system, what we saw with C.B. Buckner the other day, where they had 6 overturned calls, what have you, that it may eventually, in the eyes of Major League Baseball, weed out some of the umpires that players and coaches have had a long relationship with, and not a good one in the sense of not thinking they're very good, especially behind the plate? Will it eventually weed them out, do you think, and they use that against them?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're definitely getting a first-hand look at who's doing the job and who's not. It's all there on the graphics, and that was just kind of an embarrassing day for CB Buckner on Saturday. And, when Trevor Story got thrown out, for him not to even appeal to first base, I think that was him saying he was sick of people dictating his calls all day. So he's saying, I'm not even going to check with the first base umpire. I'm calling this guy out because this is something I have total control over. And Story just got irate. I've never seen Trevor Story show that kind of emotion at all. And then Alex Cora got thrown out too. So, yeah, that was it is going to be interesting to see. There's going to be scores on all these guys. And not a good day for CB for sure. He should have the best umpires out there. Right?
Yeah, because on Saturday there were instances where the Red Sox thought they had struck guys out, and then it was repeatedly going to the ABS system, and it turned that the call was overturned. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Many times. It was six times.
Right.
6 times Cleveland or Cincinnati challenged, and 6 times they were right.
Yeah, and that's the thing is for a pitcher, that's tough.
Yeah.
You think you're out of something, and then now you got to completely like reframe yourself mentally. Like where did I miss that pitch? Like what is because there's movement on your balls and stuff. You know this, Danny, and then you got to kind of like well if it's gonna get down to this computered square. Like
that's insane.
Yeah, like when it's that precious.
But pitching is a field. What can I get away with? What can I get away with? And now you really have no idea.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny too because Dave O'Brien's going crazy about this strikeout to end the inning, and then he's going to be like, "Oh, wait a minute." So it's kind of like almost like when you're watching an NFL game and you're waiting to see if it's going to be pass interference before you get too excited about a stop on defense. It's almost going to become like that, I think, for baseball announcers. There's no flag on on strike 3.
I'm wondering what your take is on the guys who participated in the World Baseball Classic. Some guys, like Wilyer Abreu, have been red hot, but a lot of other guys, Masataka Yoshida had himself a couple of good weeks. He has not been playing well, has not been hitting well. There have been a bunch of guys that have struggled since coming back.
Yeah, I think there's a letdown effect, but I also think that it's going to affect the pitchers a lot more than the hitters. And I think you saw that with, Greg Weissert this weekend.
Yeah.
Gave up a home run on Saturday and Sunday. He was only hitting, I think it was 93.5 on that fastball that was hit for a home run yesterday. And this is a guy who throws 95, 96 when he's right. So you just wonder the buildup these guys had. Is it going to affect them? And that's what you really worry about, I think, is on the pitching side. And Whitlock looks fine, which is good because he's such a key part of the Red Sox. But, yeah, Weissert is certainly one I'd circle right now that you're a little concerned. Did this ramp-up kind of impact him? So that's always going to be something to watch the first few weeks of the season to see which WBC guys this affects. I think there's a letdown effect, too. I mean, you saw Abreu hit that home run on Saturday to tie the game. And it was just like, okay, home. It was nothing like when for Venezuela, he was just going crazy and his helmet was falling off as he was rounding second. I mean, this is emotional for some of these guys, too.
I'm wondering, are you circling Ranger Suarez, who did not pitch well his last outing of the spring after coming back from the WBC, and the Red Sox tried to give him a couple extra days to kind of get ready. So here he is tonight in the season opener. What do you expect from this guy?
Yeah, it's hard to know with the weird WBC thing, but I think they're only looking for about 4 innings from him tonight because he wasn't able to ramp up because he didn't pitch well in the WBC in that last game against Japan, so that kind of cost him a start where he only went about less than 3 innings. So they have Oviedo ready to come in behind him in the bullpen tonight. So I think if you can get 4 good innings from Suarez tonight and then 3 from Oviedo and then set it up from there, I think you'll be happy. But it's just going to take him a couple more starts before he's fully ramped up the way you want him to be. But, yeah, I'm very curious to see how he looks tonight in Houston.
Yeah, this whole World Baseball Classic with pitchers is a disaster. Any way you slice it, it's a disaster.
It's the only problem.
Well, it's the only problem, that and the behavior of the United States team. But, yes, the not knowing the rules and partying after beating Great Britain and then acting like you're in the military, those were all things that were problems as well. Becoming something that people, not only but people in the United States were actively rooting against. That was a problem as well.
Okay, so 3 problems.
Yes. But you know how it is, Dan, and you know how it is, Ian, not so much John, but you know how it is for these guys. There is a ramp-up process. People don't understand just how your arm, when you're a pitcher, just how fragile it is and how much is required to get you into the kind of stability and durability to get you through an entire major league season. And, like Ian said, if 2 guys 2 miles off a fastball could be the difference in success, and that can be just a strain or an overuse too early in the season.
And you have the franchise. So if you're the owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates or the GM, if you're Ben Cherington, you're watching Paul Skeens give maximum effort.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't need that right now in March. I need that later on as we go about our business. And we pay him.
Hockey's a very physical game, no question about it. We've seen guys get hurt. all these, all this stuff. But pitching is where the guys are the most susceptible for something going wrong. I don't think people really understand that or give that enough credence. It's just, because if I start off the season and I'm a little off, I'm a little strained. Like Ian said, there's 2 miles off my fastball. Now what do I got to do? Now they got to get them right. Do they need to rest them? Do they have to rest them for a week? Like it's just a mess. I don't know.
I think the Red Sox have to be very happy that Garrett Crochet did not do this thing because he certainly looked good on opening day. He was kind of very outspoken about why he didn't do it, and he just said that I got to pitch for the Red Sox. I'm coming off a career high innings pitch, and I can't have anything jeopardize that. And some people on Twitter were like, "Oh, you're not patriotic. You don't care
Of course
about your
not.
country."
Of course not, because it meant everything to the country that Garrett Crochet play in that. It was the military. The military was like, Crochet, you traitor, you're Benedict Arnold. What nonsense. Nonsense.
Good for him, though, that his loyalty was to the Red Sox, and you saw it pay off. He had one of the best pitching performances of any pitcher on opening day this year. So
he's amazing.
That was good to see.
And do you like this team as far as what you think they can be?
I like it if they hit, I mean, and nobody's going to look great when they're not hitting. And just you happen to have the two new acquisitions, Wilson Contreras and Caleb Durbin, really not do anything this weekend. So that was kind of, a tough look. And then, the most over-magnified thing of any baseball season is the first series, because that's all you have to go by. So we remember Devers at this time last year was like, this guy had completely forgotten how to hit. And he set a record for most strikeouts. And Durbin was the guy who had a really tough weekend this weekend. So just let it play out. We'll get a better idea as the week goes on and see them hit in Houston and see guys maybe get a little more comfortable there. Play some night games, get into more of a routine. But, this first weekend is always tough to judge because it is such a small sample size.
All right, Ian. Ian Brown, read him at MLB.com, covering the Red Sox. Thanks so much, my friend.
All right, great. Good to talk to you guys.
That's very good. Here are the headlines.
Sports Hub.
There was just it was
Friday
packed.
traffic, right?
It was, it was just packed on. It said that there was like a 30-minute delay on the Google Maps thing. The guy was cool. He dropped us off at the gate at ticketing. Like he didn't make us go up into the
main area.
I didn't even ask him. He just did it because he knew how long it took. So we got a fat tip.
Awesome.
You dropped me off at ticketing. You can't ask them because you're asking. That offends them because they can get in trouble. No, because you're asking them to get in trouble. But when they do it. Fat tip. Oh, don't worry about it. You're getting a nice tip, my friend. But I'm not. I was asking them what they thought the traffic was going to be, and I'm not. I'm not driving. What I'll end up doing is taking a lift there, getting dropped off, going down to baggage claim, getting him, and taking a lift back. Because a parent has to pick the kid up.
Yes.
And of course, it has to be me.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it has to be you
because I don't have a job or anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're free in the afternoons,
right? So I am going to do that. Strange that my ex-wife can take my daughter to the tutor at the Newton Library, but not pick my son up from the airport.
Huh?
Which would usually be my duty on Mondays, is taking her to the tutor.
Oh, so she said, "You know what I'll do? I'll do the tutoring thing. Why don't you go get?"
Yeah,
that's what she said.
The tutor's at 6. The picking up at the airport's at 5:45.
Huh.
I'm not quite certain how. Now, look, the library's way closer, but not by a million years. Like I'm not. You're not going to like Yukon to pick them up. You're going to the airport.
Right.
So, but I tell you, when that tunnel is bumper to bumper and you're not moving,
The Ted Williams, that one.
whatever's under the water.
There are a couple.
Yeah. Well, whatever I
I
take.
can't think about that though, Fred.
Well, of course. Well, oh, really?
Yeah, get it out of your mind.
So your solution is when you're having something that's giving you tremendous anxiety, not to think about it.
There you go.
That never occurred to me. That's like when parents yell from the stands, "Throw strikes."
But don't give them anything good to hit.
No, just throw strikes. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm supposed to throw strikes.
Yeah.
I see. No, Dan, if I could get rid of these thoughts, I would be happy. Now, the problem is I don't know how to get rid of these thoughts. So it's the most claustrophobic feeling in the world. It's worse than being on a plane.
And all of a sudden, you're Sylvester Stallone in Daylight, where everything caves in.
I'm not. You know what? To be honest with you,
more thoughts in his head.
No, to be honest with you, it's the same thing with planes. I'm not afraid of the plane going down, and I'm not afraid of anything bad happening in the tunnel. It's just that there's when you're under the water, there's just no way out. You're just stuck. You're just stuck. There's no maneuverability. You are where you are. If it doesn't bother you two, you should be extremely satisfied with your lives, because it's a completely unnatural human condition to be in a tube in a car under the water. I mean, this has only been going on for what? Less than 100 years, maybe. When did they invent the car? And then they got to figure it took a while to get an underwater tunnel
Been
built.
about 100 years since the car has been invented, right? So,
say it's been a little more than 100 years. When did they build the first underwater tunnel that cars could go through?
Oh, I have no idea.
You see, like a real tunnel, not like a little
1943.
Yeah, all right. So 43, less than 100 years. So in the history of mankind, which goes back thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we've only been doing this for a blink of an eye. And that you've just adjusted to it so much.
You've taken it way too far, though.
What, that I get nervous?
No, that you keep going with it. Like, it would just, if you think about it for a second, fine, then move on.
By doing what?
I don't put ELO on the radio or something like that. The greatest hits, or just put a book on on your radio. And
do you get anxiety about anything?
I do.
That's not like real. That's not like someone's sick or like something like that. I'm just saying, like, is there like a phobia or a situation that gives you anxiety?
I've had some, like in an MRI.
Right, so you're claustrophobic in the MRI, right?
But I just try to not think about it.
Okay, so how do you do that?
I breathe slowly.
Okay, that's a good technique.
I asked them for music. I said, just could you put country music on? I could put something on for me.
Oh, because you wanted to be annoyed by the music instead of being claustrophobic.
I shouldn't have said country. I should have just said music, because I knew we were going to bark on, just pounce on that opportunity when I said it. I'd say I request some music.
But you can breathe your way out. I'm being serious. So
I have.
Okay, because that's a great technique. Now, I know how to do that a little bit. I can slow my heart down, and I understand in my vatic nerve. I know how to stimulate that and to calm down. But the thing is, when you're really going, no, I'm not like running out of the car and like throwing up and stuff. But like when you get that anxiety, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to get over it. But you have that technique, my friend. Good for you.
I still get nervous and anxiety though, Fred. You're not like abnormal.
I guess what everyone does.
Yeah. You just talk about it on the radio.
Well, it's what I do for a living. A lot of people would be nervous being on the radio. I'm not.
No.
So I got them beat there.
See?
Yeah.
You turned a negative into a positive.
Right. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Fred. So just so you know, the tiles in the tunnel tell you when you're under the water.
Okay.
They turn blue on the side, so you know that's exactly when you should be most
Thanks for pointing that out.
Oh, great! Another fear unlocked.
Well,
Thank you.
because that means part of the tunnel's not underwater.
Yeah.
So that means that just when the blue is done, I'm not under the water anymore.
Yeah, but I'm sure they've got like the Aqualung thing packs, for when you're under the water in case anything happens.
You know what, man? I'd rather die than be stuck under there like all day. To be honest with you, the best thing that could happen would be the thing crushes it and the lands on my head. To be honest with you, yes, I don't want to survive that. I would rather die. So you're not scaring me there.
Remember when they first built the Ted Williams Tunnel, the ceiling tiles fell down?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was awful.
That's not my concern. My concern is just being trapped in there. Not enough to not go to the airport or anything, but and when the traffic's moving, I don't care. It's when you're stuck. It's when you're stuck.
Yeah. So blue tiles. I didn't know that either. I gotta see next time I'm in.
That actually will help because that means there's not blue tiles on everything, and that means when the blue tiles start, then you can go okay. Then where there's probably only and then now when I do it today, I'll know how long the blue tiles are, and the blue tiles are a quarter mile, half a mile. Then I'll know they're probably not even that long. Then I'll know most of that's just shenanigans, and I know you can take an elevator up, but then that's an elevator in a tunnel. Danny, now we're claustrophobia inside claustrophobia. You ever been stuck on an elevator?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Not good.
You know what?
I told you my worst thing that ever happened to me in an elevator.
What was that then?
Well, let's hear it when we get back, and then we'll talk about Tiger Woods. I don't feel like talking about him for so long, so maybe we'll find out what happened to Dan as we dip into his tales of manly overcoming obstacles.
Fear.
That's right. Dan overcomes fear. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
You're listening to Toucher and Hart.
to a one-year entry-level contract for next season. A shocking move by the Las Vegas Golden Knights yesterday. They fired head coach Bruce Cassidy with 8 games left and replaced him with John Tortorella. Celtics got 32 points from Jason Tatum. They went into Charlotte and beat the red-hot Hornets 114-99. So Green also won their 50th game of the season. They have clinched a top 4 playoff spot in the East. They're in Atlanta tonight. Granny and Max have the pregame at 7 and the tip-off at 7:30 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Connecticut beat Duke 73-72 to reach the Final Four of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Freshman Braylon Mullins, a 3 from 35 feet away with .4 seconds left. Michigan also through to the Final Four. They beat Tennessee 95-62. And the Red Sox have dropped 2 of 3 to start their season. They lost in Cincinnati yesterday 3-2. Rangers Suarez pitches in Houston against the Astros tonight. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Catches Law. At Catches, they specialize in helping those who have been injured not only from a one-time incident, but from a lifetime of hard work and labor. Does this sound like you? Visit CatchesLaw.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 9:30.
The Sports Hub. 3 legendary franchises on one legendary radio station. It's the Sports Hub.
IYKYK, which obviously YD. Okay?
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
The Sports Hub on YouTube. Dan's about to tell us a harrowing story about being stuck in an elevator. Mike, though, you can guess the story?
Yeah, I think the worst thing that happened to Dan in an elevator was a gay couple was standing next to him talking about heated rivalry while holding hands. I think that would probably be the worst situation for Roche. Also, I have a show this Wednesday at the...
Yes, it's true. My Vox Pro just isn't working. Always up.
I got it up now.
Is losing fun.
Moneyball.
Wrong one. I got rid of all the other ones. I could have played heated rivalry
That's
again.
what losing should sound like.
All right, Danny, what happened?
So it was 2003 after the Red Sox lost Game 7 in New York at Yankee Stadium to the Yankees. And we had worked all night, what have you. So I got back to my hotel room at about 4 o'clock. And I had a flight at like 8 o'clock. So I got about an hour's sleep. And I was on like the 11th floor, got into the elevator, hit the button to go down to the lobby level, and it just took off. And I'm like, is this really happening?
So it's going fast.
It was flying down. And then I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it actually was like almost like a spring. It went down, hit, and went boing. And I went up and down, boing. It was like riding at the Twilight.
And you were by yourself?
Yeah. And it actually opened on like the second floor, just a little crack way I could see. And I hit the emergency button and I said, I got an issue going on with my elevator here. And the guy was like, good Lord. And I explained to him what happened. And they were able to get somebody in there and get me some help. And I got out of there.
How long did it take for them to get in there?
It was like 20 minutes, maybe something like that. But
Did they talk to you while you were in there?
No, I was just waiting. So I knew what they were doing. But
who'd you talk to when you pressed the button?
Somebody, I don't know, lobby, or the guy in the desk or somewhere.
So the emergency button in the elevator goes to the desk?
Yeah, wherever it went. I don't know who it was at the time, but it scared the hell out of me.
Because what if no one's at the front desk?
I know. I got lucky.
So 20 minutes, how'd they get you out of there?
They were able to get the elevator back working, and it went up. They needed to go up, and I got up.
What did they do what did they say to you when you got out?
They just apologized and said, we're so sorry. And I'm like, I was half asleep anyway. I was like, okay.
Did they give you anything?
No.
They didn't go like, hey,
right,
free hotel for life
this
or something?
night's on us, at the very least.
Because I've been stuck in an elevator, but I've never had one go into a free fall.
And Fred, it literally, seriously, was like being on Tower of Terror.
Well, I would imagine you thought you were going to die.
I did.
Yeah. No, that's no fun.
No.
Yeah, my son, while we were in Florida, he was jumping up and down in the elevator if it was just the two of us. And I'm like, if you jam this up, I can tell you what happened. I was at University of Michigan baseball camp, and there was no rules. And there was a cheerleading camp there. It was super fun, but there was just no rules. It was anarchy in there. And I was in an elevator, and these kids were jumping up and down. I'm like, stop jumping up and down. I mean, I was a kid, too. And they were jumping up and down. I said, stop jumping up and down. The elevator stopped, and we got stuck, and I hauled off, and I hit the kid in the face. I felt bad about it, but I was so nervous and pissed that I hauled off, and I hit him in the face. And we pried open the doors, and there was about 3 feet of space. And, of course, I crawled out of it like a real hero. Because if that would have gone up, it would have broken my back and killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted out of that elevator.
Think it was a kid, right?
But I wanted out of that elevator. I was willing to take the chances. All right, so look, Tiger Woods has had the upwards of like 11 back surgeries. He's had many issues in cars. 2009, of course, the famous thing with the fire hydrant when his beautiful ex-wife, who got a degree from Rollins after this,
Elin,
started hitting the car but he was on Ambien during that. 2017, the police find him asleep behind the wheel of the car. He had Vicodin, Dilaudid. I don't even know what that is.
Dilaudid?
Thank you.
Someone's been watching ER recently.
Vicodin, Dilaudid. So you guys got to feel a little bit better about me. I didn't know how to pronounce that. Vicodin.
Something you haven't taken. Oh, sorry.
Very good.
Gays and people that had chemical abuse problems. These are the things that he likes to mock. Vicodin, what was it again?
Dilaudid,
Xanax, Ambien, and THC. Ambien and Xanax?
Wow.
And Vicodin. But look, and then in 2021, he rolled that SUV, and then this happened over the weekend.
Legendary golfer Tiger Woods arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence following a rollover crash.
Our crew, the first on the scene. This video shows the SUV flipped on its side along.
Yeah, and the cops were talking about it, and they're like, they asked him, was he going fast? And they're like, look at his car.
I know.
They're like, this is a residential street. You don't flip a car on a residential street. Like, you get in an accident, it's at worst a fender bender. Like, he was going fast enough to overturn his vehicle, which is insane. I mean,
it's not just a tiny vehicle.
No, and they said, look, it's skidded too. Look at the amount of time,
after it rolled, it skidded on its hood.
Right, like sober, drunk, whatever. You shouldn't be going that fast in a residential neighborhood for any reason. I mean, you're just begging for something terrible to happen. I mean, there's kids running around, there's pets running around, a bunch of stuff.
Long Beach Road just after 2 o'clock.
WPTV's Michael Hoffman is tracking every new update from authorities. And Michael, you've also been listening to people out there on the scene.
Yes, Megan, everyone out here that I've spoken to is definitely shocked. Now, Tiger Woods is in the Martin County Jail this afternoon after a crash on Jupiter Island. Deputies say he was attempting to get around a pickup truck hauling some pressure washing equipment on a narrow road, but instead he ended up clipping the back of that pickup truck, flipping over his SUV. Now, thankfully, neither one of those drivers were injured, but Woods has been charged with DUI with property damage in addition to refusing a urinalysis test. Now, even though he blew 000s on the breathalyzer and deputies didn't find any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle at the time of the crash.
Our DUI investigators came to the scene here, and Mr. Woods did exemplify signs of impairment. They did several tests.
He's talking while he's taking a leak. That's a little upsetting.
They did several tests on him. Of course, he did explain the injuries and the surgeries that he had. We did take that into account. But they did do some in-depth roadside tests.
One of the players from the Revenge of the Nerds football team is back there.
Did that urinalysis after all, I think.
And when it was determined, he was placed under arrest and taken to the Martin County Jail.
We were the first on the scene right outside the Martin County Jail, where golfing legend Tiger Woods is being held following that rollover crash and being charged with that DUI. Now, like you said, Martin County Sheriff John Boonseek, he says he will be held here for 8 hours after refusing that urine test. He did take a breathalyzer test and blew 000s. Now, Martin County Sheriff John Boonseek, he says that he will be separated from the other inmates for his safety, but will still face the consequences.
We know we arrested a high-profile figure. I'm not trying to dramatize, but it doesn't matter who you are. If you break the law, we're going to follow the law.
Yeah, you better put him in, because that's that Jupiter Island. You keep him away from the people. You keep him away from the people. But so what? So here's the deal. He's had 3 surgeries on his back, on his microsurgeries on pinched nerves, a spinal fusion surgery, lumbar disc replacement. He's had 4 surgeries on his knee, and an Achilles tendon surgery and ankle fusion. There's no way that he's not addicted to pain pills. That's the problem with pain pills.
And he's trying to make a comeback in golf.
Right.
At the PGA level.
But the thing is that anyone, you got to have some sympathy. We shouldn't be driving on these things, but you have to have some sympathy for the guy, because if you're going through this amount of surgeries and this amount of pain, you are, in order to deal with that pain, given opiate pain relievers, which by nature are addictive. That you become physically and mentally addicted to them. There's no doubt about it. When you're talking about 11 surgeries, this is a lifetime of taking opiates, and I'd imagine he's given them freely. I don't think he's going out and buying them on the streets. I'd imagine if you go into his house, he's got an ass load of Ambien, an ass load of Xanax, an ass load of whatever pain. I don't like pain pills. Whatever pain pills are around. I'm fortunate that way. Me and Duff McKagan, we don't like the pain pills. But what do you want? I mean,
isn't it just like as simple as hiring a full-time driver?
Yes, because the thing is that you got to have the self-awareness enough to go, okay, maybe you can justify I'm taking all these pain pills because he needs them. And this is the only way I can comfortably live. I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying this is the way you justify it in your mind. You give the guy a break. His body's falling apart. He's taking a lot of pain pills. But the thing is, Dan, is that you go, all right, I've crashed this thing. I've crashed a car so many times.
Almost killed myself one of those
ruined
times.
your career.
Well, and forget about himself. I mean, I can tell you this. If I got in an accident that almost hurt someone, the fear of the playing it out in my mind of actually hurting someone, impaired driving a car, there's no way I'd do it again. Now, but he's a drug addict, obviously, or let's just say. Have you seen his face, by the way?
Yes.
Hoochie.
Yeah.
Looks worse. He's my age, and he looks worse than me.
Yeah.
Not his body, his face.
Oh, okay.
He looks worse. His face looks more banged up than mine does. I don't have that under my eyes, Danny. Go look at Tiger Woods and then look at me. Now, his body is phenomenal.
Well,
we're not talking about his body.
I don't know if his body's phenomenal anymore.
No, he's big. When he was hanging out by the car after he flipped it, I was like,
I didn't see that part.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
He's in real good shape.
Okay.
No question about it.
Despite the fact that he's pieced together with bubblegum and baling wire, he's fine.
Well, you know the documentary. I mean, his dad did a number on him. He's running around with flak jackets on and doing Navy SEALs training. I mean, part of the look, all these surgeries are not because he was playing golf. They're because he was screwing around with that training, hurting himself, then flipping cars and hurting himself. Like, golf is not the 11 surgery sport. Yeah, are you doing the look? Be honest. Look over his shoulder, John. Is he telling the truth? Now, get rid of the bod.
I'm looking at Tiger's
chin
face.
up.
The face, Dan, and I think, Fred, I don't want to speak for you, but the face is very puffy. Very puffy.
Yeah.
And so, does Fred have a puffy face?
No.
All right. See, there you have it.
Not anymore.
No, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was drinking heavily.
Now you see, because you said that, he's going to stop picking on you.
Thank you for not saying that. I appreciate it.
Good for you. See what I did there? I helped you out. This is what I just did.
Well, I'm telling you, he looks effed up, and because I know how it looks because I looked effed up. He looks terrible.
It's sad, you know.
Yeah, Tiger is. It looks sad. Like he's retained water underneath.
Right.
Yeah. It's not.
The whole thing is sad in that none of this had to happen. Whatever his father did to him, and his father was terrible to him, and with the cheating in front of him and everything else that the guy did, and it got him into this headspace where he thought he had all this to prove, not just in golf but in life. And he overtrained and he did all this crazy stuff and his body ended up breaking down.
Yeah.
And not to mention what happened to him in 2009 was exceptionally unfair. Like the guy cheated on his wife. Okay. So does every other famous person. Like you're basically, if you're like Jerry Stiller and you stayed with the same woman for all those years, who I guess he had problems with too because she was an alcoholic. Look, man, everyone's got problems in relationships. He was really famous. He was young and he cheated on his wife. The repercussions of that were just nuts. Okay. Now, because really the only funny story is the Perkins story. Like, even banging a porn star in Vegas is like, okay. I mean, you'd probably do it too. If you were 32 years old and out in Vegas and some porn star was just like here, I mean, it's hard to turn down. But the Perkins one was funny because it involved the dumpster and having to take stuff out of her, and it was real gross. Like, everything about it was super gross. And that was just him going into Perkins. Well, meanwhile, I say this was unfair. All right, let's get into detail. The thing about the Perkins waitress was just like, I can do this. Yeah. Like, he sits down in a Perkins by himself. The waitress comes up and he's like, I could have sex with her in back of this place.
This is your life. I've done everything that there is to be done. I'm bored. Let's see if this happens.
Yeah,
let's see if I can
find
do
this woman mildly attractive.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Like, I could just have sex with her right now in my car behind this Perkins.
Yeah. That's about right.
Yeah. And then that's a tremendous sense of power, which was what that was about. I'd imagine.
Yeah,
I mean, us honks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, this is well gone on for Pintero. All I'm saying is I miss a little bit of the primetime Tiger golfer. You know what I'm saying? His personal life, very fascinating. But, I mean, the guy was on his way to being the best ever, unquestionably. And he just kind of stopped in 2009. Yeah. Everything ended.
Yeah, it ended.
All at once. And I think he won at least 2 more majors after that. But, I mean, he was pieced together and limping down the fairway. And it's just different until he sabotaged his own life at a point.
Yeah. And the thing is that Dan's right. I mean, to even give the guy like a lot of sympathy and give him like I understand completely why he's addicted to pills. Again, and he's not buying them on the street. I would imagine they've all been prescribed to him. But Dan's right. Like, there's been enough chances. Like, you got to stop flipping cars. You got to get a driver. You're super rich. You got to get a driver. Like, okay, fine. You're comfortable in this lifestyle. This is the way that you want to live. I'm not even telling him to quit taking pills. Keep taking pills if you want to. That's just you. But obviously, you got to get a driver. You had to have learned your lesson by now. He's my age, and believe me.
It's interesting.
You can't be screwing around like that. It's one thing if you're 22. You can't be doing it when you're 51 or 50 years old.
We happen to be talking about this. TMZ just posted this online. Tiger Woods has no interest in letting someone else take the wheel, and it comes down to privacy. This according to People magazine. He's worried that if he hires a driver, all of his private affairs will get out.
Well, I mean, listen, he went through what he went through in 2009, so he's probably paranoid about that too. I mean, and I would be too.
Isn't there somebody in his circle? Right?
I don't know.
These guys have
it's just like we take people down so hard. It's just unbelievable. Like, he went, like, all his punishment for having a crappy dad and becoming great at golf is like now his life sucks. like he can't even he can't even trust a driver to take him around because everyone went nuts that he cheated on his wife. Meanwhile, Dave Grohl has a baby out of wedlock and it's like a story for 5 minutes. Like, come on. Go ahead.
One other piece of news from this report. The same source that gave People magazine the privacy concerns said the source adds that the legendary golfer also thinks he's fine to drive.
Well, he's not.
Of course he does.
I don't believe that's
you know.
Well, I believe he thought he was fine to drive before. He probably doesn't feel effed up. He probably so used to it, and his body is so accustomed to it. That's why it's going to be impossible to quit if he ever quits. And he's probably in a tremendous amount of physical pain.
But it goes to what you said, Fred, too. Tiger Woods' latest DUI arrest reportedly has friends wondering when he's going to get real and start acting his age. I don't know if he ever
That's
will,
the thing,
right?
is that you're not even asking him to quit the drugs because I can only imagine the pain
Just
he's
grow
in.
up.
But it's just you're that's your own business.
Think about your kids.
That's
your
your
responsibility,
own,
right?
That's think about the public. I don't need him hitting me in the car.
Yeah.
I don't need him hitting one of my kids. I don't need him hitting Danny Roche with a car. You know, you gotta. It's enough. It's time to stop doing this.
I know, right?
But I get why he's taking the pills. I'm not even telling him to stop that. But you got to get a driver and give up a little bit of privacy, man. Whatever. Have him sign a million NDAs.
Doesn't want anyone knowing where he goes.
I don't blame him
stuff.
because he went through all that crap, which was ridiculous. And I participated in that, too. I made fun of him the whole time. Believe me, I'm no better than anyone else in anything. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
bit. The email bit. We should do the email bit. It's a great idea. Let's do the email bit.
Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. All right. We are Toucher and Hardy. If you'd like to email us, know that our email segment is powered by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Don't just send an email. Call all 617-777-7777 or visit gottagetglassman.com. Our email addresses are available at 985thesportshub.com.
That must be fun to dial, huh? 7777777.
Yeah.
Right.
And then 6 + 1 is 7.
Hey.
Oh,
look at
hello.
that.
That's what was pointed out to me.
Look at.
If you'd like to follow us on socials, at Toucher and Hardy on Instagram and Twitter, and then I know Hardy's not here, so I can ignore his. At Fred Toucher is the real powerhouse, where I showed my Nardwuar shoes that I wore out to the big ALS on Ice affair. On
Nice set
Saturday.
of kicks there. I like those.
They're controversial, Adam. They make a statement. People don't. Not everyone knows who Nardwuar is, but
they should.
But listen, you and I can just be content in our being above it all.
You love ass, don't you? You love ass, don't you?
I love ass. That is Nardwuar interviewing John.
Yeah, that piqued my interest. I have an email here from Sarah from Everett, and it concerns
That's
you.
2 now.
It concerns you.
That's 2 too many.
Okay. She's concerned about your gout. Fred.
Yeah, we already did this. That she says that it's the Diet Coke.
Yes, it's the sweetener.
Yeah.
He said, I think he said he put a case down on his vacation.
Well, I'll tell you this. I did. And I'll tell you this. I quit smoking and drinking. It's enough. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm done. I'll drink as much Diet Coke as I want. And if it gives me gout, I'll live with it. I can only do so much in such a little time.
Did you?
I've
throw
got
out
about
clothes
3
and stuff
years
like
of
that?
sobriety. I quit smoking about 4 years ago. Give me some time.
Did you throw out clothes and everything out after smoking? When you quit smoking?
For the smell?
Yeah.
I didn't smoke it enough, quite honestly, to make it like.
Gotcha. Because my dad was a pack a day kind of.
Oh, my dad was like 3 packs a day.
35. He stopped smoking and drinking cold turkey, and
it was funny. I was talking to my mom the other day, and I was like, Hardy makes fun of me for that. I talk to my mom twice a week, and
good for you.
I like talking to my mom, and she was talking about like my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I annoyed Dad. And she's like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, well, he didn't quit smoking until I moved out of the house. He waited for me to move out of the house before he quit smoking. She went, oh, you're right. Frank says, stop being an apologist for Tiger. It's gross. A lot of us had crappy dads and turned out okay. He's responsible for his own actions, famous or not. I'm not apologizing for him. I'm saying he got hurt because because all these issues with his dad. That's how he got hurt, which led to the opiates, which leads to what's happening to him. I don't excuse the driving at all. That's inexcusable. I don't want one of my kids getting hit by someone on pills. I'm just saying, and then we said he needs to get a driver. I'm not apologizing for him, but I am telling you I have every bit of understanding how he's addicted to pain pills. If that's the case, the guy's had 11 surgeries. His body's a wreck. They give you pain pills to deal with the pain. He's probably in a tremendous amount of pain. And the problem with pain pills is that they mess you up and you get physically and mentally addicted to them. It's not rocket science, nor is it apologizing. It's just telling you facts. Those are facts. And he probably needs Ambien to go to sleep, which I can't stand either. But he probably needs Ambien to go to sleep and everything else under the sun. All right, go ahead.
A lot of people are Seals and Crofts fans, Fred. I have 4 different emails telling me that, we did Shoot the Breeze earlier. The theme song is Summer Breeze by Seals and Crofts. Apparently Dash Crofts of Seals and Crofts passed away 48 hours ago. Oh. And I would have bet money that we didn't have 4 people who listened to that group, but apparently we do, listening to us.
I had no idea who they were. I obviously know this song.
Yes, Seals and Crofts, and there's actually a guy with the last name of Crofts, and he passed away over the weekend.
Well, I would have to assume it was their names because it doesn't really do anything else. Yeah, there's this era of 70s hits that played when I was a kid where I got no idea what's going on. Like, these are faceless bands. These are, like, even Christopher Cross is kind of just like a faceless big fat guy.
Well, that was by design. Remember, he broke right as the MTV era was getting underway, and he was not marketable because he was so plain looking.
Get a lot of videos of people doing other things other than him.
Well, I mean, that was the whole Milli Vanilli thing. This is about Tiger Woods. John says Range Rovers are specifically designed with an advanced suspension and stability system to prevent rollovers. And they have commercials displaying Range Rovers climbing mountainsides in the Great Wall of China. Yet Tiger Woods effing manages to flip
in a residential
one of the
neighborhood,
highest-end SUVs in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, high-end residential area. It's a shame that he's worth $1.5 billion, but won't hire a private driver. His next commercial should be him holding an egg and saying this is his brain dropped into a frying pan and saying this is my brain on meds. Yes, it's inexcusable to be driving. I know why he's addicted. It's just inexcusable to be driving in that state, especially at his age, and especially having been in this many accidents now. And especially since some of these accidents, they were going to amputate his leg in the one in California. And that's got to be another huge, painful thing that he had to go through that's still lingering. Like at what point do you realize there really is no excuse for it? Heated rivalry, he said the game we played earlier, Danny, at 7 o'clock, the game you played with Roche, every clip should have been a clip from Heated Rivalry. Well, then
that was
he
the original pitch, actually.
Yeah, but he would have just dodged it like he did he did anyway. You know?
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying.
Hmm?
I mean, we played.
I love you. Holy I mean, I love you too. Oh my God, I love you so much. Does it f***ing kill you too? What the more?
Now, is the idea that their teammates don't know they're gay?
Yes.
Okay, because the guy that hosted Saturday Night Live, cat's out of the bag. I mean, I don't know if you saw him host Saturday Night Live, but you know, it's like Nathan Lane. Like, I wonder if he's gay. No, he's gay. He's just a proud gay man. There's no
Timon?
question about it. Huh?
What is he, Timon?
Huh?
That's a
He
Lion
voices
King
Timon
reference,
in
I
The
believe.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Everything comes back to Disney with
It's
Danny.
a Lion King reference.
When I was a young warthog.
How often does your wife want to be away from you?
Every day.
Seriously?
Every day.
Does she go like, that's enough, Dan? Like, I'm
Yes.
going to leave the room?
Yep. That'll do.
Because I don't see you doing that to her.
No.
And I'm not sitcomming you either. Like, I don't see Dan going to his wife like, that's enough. Like, I need some space.
No, I never do that to her.
No, but I could see your wife going like, that's just about enough, Dan.
Oh, you going to work? Bye. That's what she says to me.
You know, like praying the Patriots beat Denver.
Oh, they made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, praying.
2 more weeks of no you.
Yeah, exactly. I could see that. The kids are out of the house and Danny's gone. Now, sweet, sweet silence.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of Dan's kids, I guess Dan's one of his kids was at a show that we have some audio of. Correct?
Dan?
What? Oh, no, not my kid. No, my nephew.
Oh, it was your nephew. Okay.
Yes.
Way to go, Adam. That's what threw him off.
Yeah, see?
The audio he brought in
Yeah.
when I said kid, it was another relative.
All right, you ready? Who is this, Fred?
No. Well, they're going to do it in the stack.
Oh, we'll be right
okay. But Dan's daughter is a hotshot softball coach over at Babson. And he was down in Florida enjoying her games.
How many softball games did you attend?
12 down there.
I would have gone this. I would have done the same thing. Now, if I would have gone to all of them too. Now, is it more stress? It's got okay. Let me guess. It's less stressful for you to watch your coach than play, but it's more aggravating to watch your coach than play.
1,000%.
Thank you. Because it's less stressful.
When you're watching them play, you just don't. She was a catcher, so don't let the ball go by you.
Right.
You know, at the plate, just get a hit, what have you. And
But-
now it's win.
Yes, and
That's
and you don't feel stressed because she's not one of the people on the field. But
Yes.
like whenever there's a mistake, you get aggravated because like, right, this is my daughter's job, and why aren't you doing what you're supposed
I want
to be
her to
doing?
succeed.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine. So yes, there is something about at a higher level, like watching kids play, where it's not the most It's enjoyable but unenjoyable at the same time.
My son-in-law just got a Belmont Hill football job too. They just announced it.
Yeah, you told me about that. That's a
pretty
big
cool.
job.
Yeah, good for him. Frank Roche. Oh, it sounds weird to say, but yeah, Frank Roche.
Yeah, his daughter married someone with the same last name
Mm-hmm.
because this is West Virginia all of a sudden. And then you go, well, you know, where'd they live? And he goes, oh, far away, like Norwood.
Arlington.
Oh, Arlington,
Yeah.
wherever that is. I've been
That's
there.
far.
Far from Andover.
Mm-hmm.
My son's in Andover all the time now, Danny. We don't have to say why, but... all right. We'll be back in just a moment to hear the headline.
When I was a young warthog.
the same opinions.
Boring.
And he's back with Fred on the Sports Hub. We know what you're thinking. What could I possibly have missed from the show? It's time for The Stack.
I don't think you could do that.
Well, I could give him organ meat and beer.
Yeah. I hadn't considered that.
Get him real messed up. Considering I don't eat organ meat or drink beer, I don't know why I have gout. It's one of these. How many times have I complained off the air to you, John, about that life is unfair?
Many. Actually, since we started.
Yeah.
Google gout and see how many of the things on there that I do.
Maybe this is just leftover stuff from 3 years ago,
Yeah.
working its way through your system.
Right. All right. What do we have here from Danny? His nephew was somewhere or other. Adam, you're going to have to lead us through this.
Yes. So your nephew was at a show, and much like last Friday, when you shared that nice clip of you bouncing around. This is
the American Pavilion.
This is also from. I made the joke with Dan off the air, Fred, that there's always a roach somewhere at Disney. It's like handing the baton off. There's always one there.
All right. So did they tape this specifically for the show, or were they just taping this?
Yeah,
to
no,
show?
they just said, hey, because they live down in Orlando, but they listen every day to you guys. So,
Are you kidding?
No, I'm totally serious.
Okay, good.
Wow.
All right. Well, I appreciate
Nice.
that. That's very nice.
Yep.
Okay.
And he said Fred would like this.
I went to Rollins, so I have something in common with them. They need to know anything about the Winter Park area in the mid-'90s. I'm there for them.
Good, thank you.
All right, so let's hear what's going on.
You've got it in your Vox Pro.
Oh.
Yeah, surprise. There you go.
Oh, I do. All right, here
Nice.
we go. That is 38 special.
Hey! Back to Paradise.
Yeah.
From the second Revenge of the Nerds movie.
Which is a good song.
Yes.
That is a good song.
So they probably played for 45 minutes and I got how much money? That's what I want to know.
Well, the sad thing about 38 Special is that, like, obviously there was the car crash that killed Van Sant and a bunch of other guys that were in. And by the way, Aerosmith was supposed to take that plane, and their management company said, we're not taking it.
I did not
It
know
was
that.
widely known as a junky plane that was bound to crash. So there's a lot of blame to be going along for that being in the air. And that's told in every Aerosmith biography. They all concur to that. That's not one person's story. But now, like, they're not only that, but they were a band in the early 70s. I mean, they're dying naturally. So 38 Special, was that Ronnie Van Zant's brother, right? Or was it his son? It doesn't really matter. But regardless, I mean, there's got to be, just by basis of living, no original members left. All right. And I'm told, tell your nephew, by the way, thank you for giving us that. I actually like that song.
Good.
They did
Courtney Thorne-Smith, How I Defiled Myself to You in that movie, my dear.
Yes.
That'd be another one of those women that would be weird to see in real life. You know who I saw the other day is Heather Graham. She's 56.
What does she look like now?
She's fantastic.
Really?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. And we were alerted that Sean Grande, because yesterday Bruins with an exciting overtime win. Then they shift the broadcast back to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins have priority over the Celtics. So the Celtics broadcast shifts over, and I guess this is what Sean Grande had to say after the switch over. I'm told it's exceptionally annoying.
Welcome into Amica Postgame Live, presented by Amica Insurance. We welcome those of you who listen to the Bruins come from a 3-0 deficit to get a big point in a shootout today in Columbus. Well, this was an even bigger night for the Boston Celtics, who not only had Jason Tatum, as you just heard with the highlight, have his best game early in the year. You didn't expect him to win in this entire season. How many of the 50 wins that the Boston Celtics have piled up did you not expect them to win? And here they do it in Charlotte against the hottest team in the NBA in the calendar year. They get their 50th win.
What's he talking about? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
Bigger win for a team that's already punched their ticket to the postseason.
Well, there's the bigger win thing.
Fighting every game
that's him being pissy about the Celtics having to play second fiddle to the Bruins on the radio. Obviously, he's pissy about that. But the other thing is this whole thing that he does. It's such a wrestling thing that this team is constantly overcoming adversity and everyone's counting them out. Of course, at the beginning of the year, people didn't think they'd be this good. But then I got news for you. They won a bunch, and everyone went, oh, okay, they're good. That happened a long time ago. And since when is going into Charlotte some incredible in winning in Charlotte, some incredible feats?
The last 2 or 3 weeks, this is an impressive win. Charlotte beat them by 29 here.
Fine,
last time they
but
played
it's
them.
not. But it's not like some Cinderella story. It's
No.
not High Point beating Kansas or something.
I agree. That story was earlier in the season.
By the way, the Celtics are the favorite to win the East. So no, it's not that big a deal or that impressive a win. It's good they won, and that's fantastic. And I bet you they win the East. But what radio host? Is it all Felger? Is he obsessed with Felger or something?
They do mention him a lot on the broadcast.
Because I don't hear anyone saying that the Celtics aren't good. Because that would be asinine.
They do mention Felger a lot on the broadcast.
I mean,
Max especially.
If you just say the Celtics aren't good, why would you even care? Because it's just crap. I mean, the Celtics should win the East. Well, now you're setting them up. If they don't win the East, you'll nail them. Oh no, I can assure you, I won't care either way.
Well, even if Detroit is the team that beats them,
I would like it if Detroit beat them, but I don't really care that much about Detroit. I got the package and tried to get into it. It's too boring.
Okay,
it is. The regular season's too boring. Did any update on Cade Cunningham? That's how much I'm involved in it.
No update on Cade Cunningham.
All right.
He's out for their next game. That's all I know. I watched the injury reports that I send you about the Celtics. Pistons have those as well. I'm keeping track. He's still out.
I thought just while we're on the subject of, I love what you put in Slack. No need to put any more WNBA things under any circumstances.
Oh, no, that was a special circumstance.
Okay, I didn't read it.
No.
In fairness, I didn't read it.
No. I'm not stacking Slack with WNBA. It's just specifically, there's thought of a work stoppage. Will anyone notice? That kind of thing.
Well, the answer is no.
That's the reason.
Why don't you like the WNBA? I don't know. I don't like it. NBA. Let alone the WNBA. No, I would hope the Pistons beat the Celtics in the playoffs, but it's not anything that I would go. It's not like I'm going to pay to go to a game, if they met in the final.
Danny, good to see you.
Good to see you both.
Danny, thank you for all your work. Thank you for asking me about my dental procedure, which ended up not happening. It was just a scan. It is a week, 2 weeks from last Friday.
Okay.
We'll be going in there. And thanks to Mary Mena scaring me, now I will be getting anesthetized for the procedure.
I'd rather have that, too.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, if they give you the option, why not take it?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Danny. You did a great job, as always. Hardy will be back tomorrow. Oh, yes. Watch Dan on WBZ TV. It is the best of all TV newscasts. WBZ TV is number one. They have the best sports news, weather, traffic, everything. Hardy should